I sing this song.
I don't even know why I try anymore. Even know I don't even know why I try anymore. Even anymore. I That's why you'll die in dirt. Running to the thrill, my blade with a sword. Cycle of violence down to a science, killing one by one. Homicidal, life so vile, you're the chosen one. Life has been silenced, evil inside us, dictate how it's done. Torture, reliance, moral defiance, killing, the only outcome. Tearing through your flesh like a jockey for the fit. Got the final breath and that's so meaningless. Torture remains encased in the mess. Blood starts to thicken as it exits through your chest. Veins and blood react as the dirt forms as one. Pain from below, death from above. A closed in a box as your loved ones gather round. Screams of agony lower to the ground.
My goodness. Another week. Another week in front of the ECW faithful. 900 large for a third straight week. Really looks professional coming across TBS and on HBO Max. I don't know, man. Do you guys watch this show? Now, I know there are so very few of you who watch this show. More people watch my show than they do AEW Dynamite. Do you watch this show and get a sense of a show just dying? Legitimately, I just feel like Dynamite is in the hospital, lying on its deathbed, just waiting for that heartbeat to go flat. Sad, man. It's very sad. But I'll tell you what, if you guys want to know what happened on tonight's show, there's no better place than right here with yours truly and the Chi-Town Smart. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the beer garden. We got some nice fall seasonals on draft. Make sure you get them ice cold, just like this show. When I walk through those doors, I want to know on this Wednesday night, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for your Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. I'm your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on this Wednesday evening, wherever you may be. As always, joined by the one and only Mr. Collision himself. Greater than AR Fox, I must say. Chi-Town Smart Jesse, what's going on, brother?
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. How you doing, man?
Hey, there's been no AR Fox on my Collision, man. What the hell?
That is a terrible deal, man. He's Mr. Collision. How could you have a collision without Mr. Collision?
It's gone. Now there's no Wardlow and no AR Fox.
Who's the new Mr. Collision now? Anthony Bones?
No, not so much. Let me see.
Max Caster?
If I had to label a Mr. Collision, I guess it'd be probably Danny Garcia, but now he's Mr. Dynamite as well.
Tommy Billington?
Oh my God, yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
Oh my God, man. I never watched a show with a sea of nobodies like AEW Collision, bro.
My God.
Adam Priest and fucking Tommy Billington, bro. That's what they're doing. Hyping up a second match with those guys tonight, man.
Unreal, bro. This is getting to be a struggle even for me, man.
I know. Listen, man, this you got Saturday. You watch Saturday because we don't have to, man. I feel like that's more of the same here on Wednesday nights. We watch Wednesday so these fine people in here, man, don't have to watch Dynamite.
Yeah. It's oh man.
How'd you like that ending, bro? Danny Garcia, man, the big reveal in the Death Riders, man. I'm fucking losing my mind, man. The greatest heel turn of 2025.
I mean, it's telegraphed. I mean, I wouldn't.
Guy could look more disinterested if I fucking paid him, bro. Holy shit.
Oh my God, man.
Wow. This show sucks, man. This show is fucking awful, man. And believe it or not, there are people out there on social media, big name people, man, in the community that have some sort of influence who fucking think this show is great. That's the problem. That there's nothing wrong with this show, man. Bro, I was watching Astacross. I told you in the sound check, man, before we went live. I was watching Astacross videos on fucking Destiny 2 during this show. That's what I was doing.
The funny part is, I saw that video that you watched, and I had it on my far right screen, and I saw the thumb and I saw the stern. I was like, "Oh God, I want to watch that video."
Yeah,
I'm in a live stream, and I got my chat here, and I got the show here, and I'm like, I want to click on it, but if I start playing it, they're gonna hear the audio from Cross. I'm like, oh, I just want to watch the video so bad.
Man, you got to do your job, man. You can't miss the 10-man All-Star $500,000 match tonight, man. Oh man. So not only are we getting All-Star matches, Jesse, now we've kind of combined the two gimmicks, man. We're getting All-Star money matches now.
It's like a forbidden door of matches. They just like the superpowers. They just come together. They just.
Bro, have you ever legitimately watched a show or something that you once enjoyed, man, watching it, and you watch it, and I've said this about Monday Night Raw, and you know all the WWE elitists back in the days, they always thought I shit on the show because I used it for clicks and views and this and that. I watched and you watched because we hoped one day that it would get better. And if you miss 1 or 2 weeks and all of a sudden they start turning things around, you won't be there for the turnaround. You won't see the good. I always thought that if you watch all the bad, that at some point it's got to be good. And you want to be there for the good. That's why you watch all the bad. And I watched this show, bro. Have you ever felt that you watched your show or something that you once enjoyed just literally dying in front of you?
Yes, WWE.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. That's how I feel with this show.
And in different stages too. Right after the right after the Attitude Era, when they just kind of, after they bought WCW and they just kind of just fizzled out. And then we entered the Super Cena era, where I thought that once it fizzled from the Attitude Era, it couldn't get any worse. And then it did. And then it did get worse. And then I left for a while and came back. And then we got the babyface Roman era. So yeah, I've been through this multiple times. Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking sad, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say in regards to this. I usually hand the ball off to you, and you make the plays here first. I know that there isn't. You don't want to? No?
I don't want the ball.
You're just going to fumble it, huh?
I'm just going to drop that shit, bro.
All right.
Kind of like how the Bears did on Monday night.
Well, what the Vikings do this week? They lost?
Won.
Oh, they won.
Against
Okay.
the Bears.
Okay. Listen, man, you're not making Seth Rollins very happy with a win like that, man. Come on.
Hey, hey, man, they can win some other time. No, they can't. They're in the Vikings division. Fuck the Bears.
All right. Where do I even begin, chat? I mean, what happened on this show tonight from the top all the way to the very end? We got a $500,000 match tonight, which was labeled $500,000 on the line, and an all-star 8-man tag team match, 10-man tag team match. I don't even remember what the fucking number of the participants was. I just looked at it and fucking laughed. And I really didn't even watch it because I was watching Destiny 2 videos instead of watching what was happening on the show. So we got that. That was the main event. The Young Bucks pinned Bandito. So my prophecy of saying that the Young Bucks are probably going to go through all of this hazing period to eventually win the tag team championships back, because that's exactly what's going to restore the feeling on this show. And they're going to get their respect and credibility back by winning the tag team championships. And that's the only way that they can get back to what they used to be. So that was the end. At the very end of the show, Danny Garcia.
But wait, before you go further.
Yeah.
Someone in my chat pointed this out. This just escaped me altogether. You know how we hate seeing champions lose, right?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers beat 5 champions in one match.
Wow, I didn't even look at it that way.
5 the trios champions and the tag champions formed the 5 that lost. They beat 5 champions in one match.
It's like the fucking Power Rangers all getting together, man, and getting into Dragon Zord.
My God, I didn't even realize that. We're gonna fucking double down.
Another Wednesday night, another night of champions being treated like losers, man. Nothing really shocking there. So Danny Garcia, he joined the Death Riders, and I don't believe we're still in a state in AEW where we are adding to one of the worst things on their fucking television show, which is Jon Moxley's faction, which has been running wild on this show for 10 months and counting now. I don't really understand why we're still here. I don't know why anybody on this fucking planet who enjoys professional wrestling is even remotely interested in Danny Garcia. He's got the fucking personality of a fucking dirty cat box, dirty litter box. It's ridiculous. Even my cat's litter box has got more personality than fucking Danny Garcia. So he joins the Death Riders, and get this, Jesse. He's got Darby Allin in the ring, and Darby is attacking Mox after everybody's kind of spread about in the ECW arena. And he gets attacked from behind by Danny Garcia, who then puts a steel chair down in the middle of the ring. And he does this modified curb stomp or whatever it is on the steel chair. And he completely whiffs on slamming Darby Allin into the steel chair. He just completely missed. He slams him to the side of the steel chair. And it's almost as if he looked afraid to slam another human being face first into a steel chair. And then they do a close-up of his face, and he looks like he's not even interested in even being there. So Moxley, he did redo it. Moxley went over to him and told him to redo it, and then he redid it again. But, I mean, the initial one was botched. Why do it a second time?
Because the first one.
If the first one should have went the way that the second one went. What the fuck was that about?
You did the second one because you missed the first one.
Well, why did he miss the first one? It seems like something that shouldn't have been missed.
All right. One question, and I'll agree 100% on you if the answer is no. Have you ever made a mistake in your life?
Bro, something like that should not have made a mistake, man.
You didn't answer the question.
Have I ever made a mistake in my life? Of course I have.
Okay. Did you ever make up for it?
Sometimes.
Okay. They made a mistake. Not a big deal.
Look at this guy being generous over here, man. Look at him.
No, because you found one error. Now you're gonna harp on it. But
he botched the easiest thing in the entire world.
But they made up for it. It's not like they tried to sell it as it was effective. They like, okay, we fucked that up. Do it again. It's not like they said, no, it worked. Everything was fine here. Nothing to see. They did it again,
bro. Regardless, fine. I'll take your POV and we'll just put it to the side, man. You're not wrong. I'm not wrong. You're not right. I'm not right. Fine. We'll just call it 50-50.
So it was a great show. We agree.
Fantastic. It was unbelievable, man. I can't wait to dive deep into the creative aspect of the show. So Danny Garcia, Jesse, joins the Death Riders. And apparently, out of everything that's going on with the Death Riders right now, him and Moxley and Darby, we got Danny Garcia now kind of teasing this heel turn that happened tonight. Statlander's kind of looming in the background as Wheeler Yuta talking to her. Of all the people, man, of the two people that have been looked at to join the Death Riders, instead of going with the one that actually people care about, they went with the one that people did not care about, man. This went over like fucking Great Khali in 2025, bro, on WWE TV. That's how this went over tonight.
Oh, don't worry. I think they're gonna add stat too.
So if something happened on Collision that just leads you to saying that, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna add stat.
So let me ask you this then: by adding, there must be subtraction. Then someone's going to be removed from the Death Riders, or is this going to be something that they just continue to add people to?
Nah.
Okay.
If they were gonna remove somebody, I remove Claudio. Make him a baby face. Make him a top baby face because they need baby faces.
Sure. I don't think that would go over well at all, but that's probably the best course of action in this group. I would say just get rid of Jon Moxley, honestly.
Getting rid of somebody is going to make them a baby face. What are we going to do with a baby face Jon Moxley?
I don't know. Babyface Jon Moxley was more enjoyable than whatever this fucking shit is.
Who's going to lead the damn Death Riders? Wheeler Yuta?
Yeah, at that point, you just kill the group.
No, they're not gonna kill a group. They just added someone to it.
You just eradicate the group, bro.
They're gonna. First off, they're not gonna get rid of anybody. It's gonna fucking grow like the Don Callis family. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how anybody there thinks this is good television. It's just I have never in my entire life since the dark days of Raw towards 2018, 2019, going into 2020, man. This is bleak. It really is. It's just awful. So that was the big thing on tonight's show. We got Toni Storm and Skye Blue in a obligatory vagina.
We saw a staple gun that got the trigger pulled. I didn't see any staples. Did you see any staples anywhere?
I did not see any staples, but the visual of Skye Blue stapling Toni Storm's pussy is not what I want to see on my television, bro.
Can you say Toni Storm's pussy again, please?
No, I do not. No.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Garbage, indie mud show garbage. It's fucking awful. And the match didn't really mean anything anyway. What did it mean?
Nah, it didn't. It really didn't.
Toni Storm is as directionless as Mercedes Moné, man. Two directionless ladies probably heading back to each other at some point before the end of the year. We'll talk about that. Mercedes was in action tonight as she gave Toni the call to call Jesse's favorite female performer. Emi Sakura is back. Who? Yeah, Emi Sakura is back to team with Mercedes Moné, bro.
It was like a reunion of Dark. We had a sighting of the Dark Order and Emi Sakura on this show.
We even got Brandon Cutler on TV tonight, bro.
We even got Brandon Cutler, bro.
That is a television show, bro, that is absolutely desperate to try and find their identity again.
Oh.
So we got Mercedes teaming with Emi Sakura against Alex Windsor and I was gonna say EO. EO's too good for this shit. Riho is back for a second week. All right, can't wait to talk about that one. Jesse, I'll give you one guess who took the pinfall in this match, bro.
Let's go with Emi Sakura.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't even remember who took the pin, but I'm just going to take a guess out of who's in the match.
You are correct, bro. You win a $15 gift card to your favorite coffee shop in Chicago.
Wait, whoa. No $500,000? Wait a minute.
No.
What kind of shit is this?
No. And Adam Page, he went one-on-one with Josh Alexander, bro. Josh Alexander coming into this match with a winning streak, bro. 2 matches. And I'll give you one guess as to who won this match, bro. Non-title grudge match tonight.
I don't know. We'll have 5 champions lose in the main event. Maybe 6. Maybe Josh won.
Or maybe Josh Alexander's got to start a new winning streak because, he only joined AEW for the competition, bro. He didn't sign with AEW because they gave him the bag. That's what he says.
I was saying on my stream, man, like in a perfect world, I feel like this should have been a pay-per-view main event. I feel like they should have built Josh Alexander to the point by now where a Hangman Adam Page versus Josh Alexander could be headlining a B-level pay-per-view.
I have now that you mention that, Jesse, I have a serious question here for everybody in AEW that might be stalking the chat and tuning in at some point this week, if not already in the chat room tonight. Mercedes, she comes out with 9 belts, right? Everybody wants to flaunt about Mercedes and her 9 belts and all these different promotions that she's working with that seriously nobody gives a fuck about or has even heard about. Jesse, do you know that Josh Alexander is the MLW? No, not MLW. MLP, Maple Leaf Pro. That's your boy's promotion there. Yeah, Scott D'Amore. Yeah. He's the Maple Leaf Pro World Champion. Why isn't he allowed to walk out with the Maple Leaf Pro World Championship on Dynamite?
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man. See, man, this is the type of great discussion we like to have on the show, bro.
Maple Leaf Pro appears to be a professional wrestling promotion, not a table tennis tournament, as the name might.
Who is the current Maple Leaf Pro World Heavyweight Champion?
They think Maple Leaf Pro is a fucking table tennis tournament.
MLP does not have a World Heavyweight Championship title. Their top championship is called the PWA Champions Grill. The current holder of the AWA Champions Grail is Rohan Raja, who defeated Jake Something on October 19th, 2024, to become the inaugural champion. This
Who are
title
you? Who are you asking there, bro?
Maple Leaf
PWA.
Maple Leaf Pro
Leaf
also
Pro also has other champions. MLP Canadian Championship, Josh Alexander. MLP Women's Canadian Championship.
Maple Leaf Pro.
Bro, he's
Canadian
he's
Championship.
the Maple Leaf Pro World Champion, bro.
Canadian champion is this.
Yeah, Maple Leaf Pro. Yes,
Maybe they don't fucking know what the. He's a champion.
he's a champion. I don't know if this is their world championship. I believe this is their world championship. He's their world champion, and he won it in May of 2025. He won a 20-man gauntlet match at the Northern Rising event to become the first ever champion. But he's not allowed to walk out with that title on this show. But Mercedes is walking out with fucking the Village of Somewhere's title in front of 50 fucking people.
I had no idea that Josh was a champion anywhere.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah, he's the Maple Leaf Pro champion.
Why? Oh, why is he?
I don't know. Something we should ask Tony Khan at the next media scrum. Maybe.
I would first ask that. Well, maybe he doesn't want to promote Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. But then my next question would be, then why did he give him Josh Alexander?
Bro, Konosuke Takeshita was on Maple Leaf Pro. Ricochet was on Maple Leaf Pro, bro. He's lent talent to Maple Leaf Pro.
Oh,
Those are some big names there. Those are not some rinky-dink names over here.
wow,
Yeah?
that's amazing stuff, bro.
Does somebody really want to answer that question for me? How come Mercedes is allowed to walk out with 9 belts, soon to be 10 belts, and this guy can't walk out with his world championship? Don't you think him holding a championship would instantly make him look a little bit more credible in front of the 900 sickos in Philadelphia tonight? Or maybe make the Don Callis family look a little bit more, I don't know, viable as a threat? Or is that not what we want as presentation for this show, because you guys want somebody else in that group to become a world champion first before we start labeling Josh Alexander a world champion? Oh, that's right. That's right. He's a loser of the group. That's why he can't be looked at as a world champion. He's the guy in the group that takes losses. Is that it?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know he was a champion.
Yeah. This is the stuff that I think about, bro. And we'll talk about Josh Alexander and his ridiculous comments, which I do not believe, called bullshit on what he recently said as to why he joined AEW. We'll talk about that and the rest of this disgusting show tonight, which did nothing as far as entertain anybody, right here on Off the Script. Thank you guys very much for joining me and Jesse on this Wednesday night. It's been quite the day. It's been quite the day, man.
Why is he not carrying his title?
I don't know, man. This is ridiculous. I'm sure someone's going to clip that, and then I'll see it and it'll tweet and I'll retweet it. Like, where's this man's championship?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Do they have a women's champion over there?
Yes, it's what's his girlfriend, Scott D'Amore's girlfriend. I forgot her name.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean.
No, she was in TNA.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, better watch out. Mercedes might be heading that way.
Possibly. I wouldn't doubt it. So we'll get into all that tonight, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. If you would kindly, please do me a couple of favors. Number one, hit that thumbs up. Try for 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 likes is the goal tonight, but for Collision Corner, your goal is 800 likes. You are more than halfway there. We got 500. So if you guys want another great rendition of Collision Corner, make sure you guys do that for us. 800 likes. We break right into it, man. No waiting. We break right into it. So that is your goal tonight. 1,000 for the overall stream. 800 for Collision Corner. Hit that subscribe button over here. Make sure you guys are locked in. We got content coming all week. YouTube's been giving me problems, man. So hopefully I can get this stream monetized. Unlike Tuesday Night Titans last night, which was a great listen. Go check that out right now on the homepage, episode 111 with the Solid Monster. Go follow Jesse on YouTube and go follow Jesse on Twitter at Chi-Town Smark. That is both his X and his YouTube channel. He frequently live streams reactions to these weekly shows. So go on over there and hang out with him when it is appropriate. Make sure you guys also check out tonight's sponsor for the show, BetterHelp. I need fucking BetterHelp watching this show. BetterHelp.com/scripts. Courtesy of the podcast, you guys are going to get 10% off your first month. So make sure you all go check out BetterHelp, tonight's sponsor, right here on the AEW Dynamite post. And the super chats are open. Make sure you guys get them on in. I want to shout out a couple of people already. We got a mini bomb in here by my guy, Ryan Sully. Thank you, brother. Johnny Boy Vaccaro comes in with a 20. And we got NASCAR fan with the 20. So thank you guys very much for the nice multicolored chats. Get them on in. And we'll hang out at the end of the show. Now, we'll start with the open of the show here, Jesse. Josh Alexander and Adam Page. Adam Page is the AEW World Champion. I just find it quite humorous that they had this great payoff. The build was horrible, but the payoff at All In was great. Adam Page getting that moment at the end of All In was fantastic. Great match. The whole thing was fantastic. His title run coming out of All In, man, you clearly see that they had absolutely no direction for Adam Page. So much that they had to materialize and manufacture, very forced, a program and a feud with the Don Callis family. We didn't know who was going to challenge the Don Callis, or from the Don Callis family, challenge Adam Page for the AEW World Championship. A lot of people pointed the finger at Wardlow, who is now off of television. And he's now injured again. Torn pec, he's probably going to be out 6 to 7 months. Feel bad for Wardlow. Love that guy. So he is on the shelf once again. And injury time mounting, where he will be buried underneath Guantanamo Bay when the time comes.
Did he get injured?
He got injured apparently on the clothesline to Prince Nana at Forbidden Door. Meanwhile, he went on and F5'd a security guard. He powerbombed somebody, I believe a security guard, and he showed up on Wednesday looking as big as ever. And he stood there in a fancy suit, fixing his Rolex and fixing his cufflinks, bro. He did not look like a wrestler with a torn pec.
He got hurt by Prince Nana.
He got hurt clotheslining Prince Nana, yes.
Okay.
That's why I said question everything, bro. Is he hurt? Or did he realize that this creative fucking sucks dick and I don't want to be on TV? Get me off.
Yeah, that makes sense. He just didn't want to be on TV. You think before you talk sometimes.
That's what I would say. This is what you got for me.
Oh my God. The guy's been on the shelf for fucking months and he wants to get on for 5 minutes and then.
Bro, what's better to you, man? Sitting at home and collecting a paycheck, or being on TV and doing nothing, standing behind a fucking group of 9 other guys doing nothing?
Yes, I would rather be at work. I'm sure he would too.
I would rather be at home filming fucking movies and American Gladiators and maybe dabbling in some fucking Call of Duty or something. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the man did not work his ass off to get in that shape just to be at home. All right. I'm pretty sure he wants to be on TV.
Anyway, that's that was the one guy that people pointed the finger at, Wardlow. And then the other guy was obviously Takeshita. And Takeshita can't really be taking losses if they want to build him up against Kazuchika Okada. So the other one was Josh Alexander. And a lot of people looked at that as he's not really all that credible. He hasn't done much of anything. And he's primarily been a loser in the Don Callis family. So they put these two guys together in a grudge match tonight. And the one guy that they did land on for the title match at All Out is Kyle Fletcher, which we did see him emerge from the back and cut a promo against Adam Page. Before we get into the Josh Alexander match with Adam Page tonight, which was labeled a grudge match, didn't really understand that. I mean, it was Kyle Fletcher who did the deed to Kenny Omega. I don't know where the grudge aspect comes in with Josh Alexander. They haven't wrestled since Josh Alexander's debut. I believe his first opponent in the Owen was Adam Page, correct?
I don't remember, to be honest with you, man.
I think that was the Owen, yeah. I think he beat him in the opening round before he went on to go wrestle. Who did he wrestle in the second round? I don't even remember.
I don't even like, bro. These There's so many fucking tournaments and all this other shit. I can't remember all of it. There's another tournament going on right now, apparently. What the?
Yeah, we'll get to it. I mean, another predictable match by Tony Khan. But Josh Alexander was recently interviewed, and this is with some platform I never heard, Undisputed. Alexander addressed the speculation that surrounded his free agency. He was clear that his decision was not based on who offered him the most money, but rather on where he felt he could have the best matches and continue to grow as a performer. He says, and I quote, "If you believe what you read online, I just went with the highest bidder." And then he laughs about it. The truth is that the money, schedule, and things like that didn't play a factor in my decision as much as looking at the pool of talent I wanted to work with. His statement is a direct refute of the common belief that a wrestler's choice of promotion is always a financial one. There's a specific reason I signed where I did. I chose AEW because I want to be here. Now again, I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
Okay. What would we expect him to say? Okay, would anybody take that spot and say, "Bro, I came here for the money. I'm only here because they offered me the most money. That's it. You know, I have no other ambitions to be here. If it wasn't for the money, I would definitely have gone somewhere else." I mean, in his defense, what is he supposed to say in this situation? Of course, he's gonna say. Now, I'll give him this much. That doesn't mean he's lying. It doesn't mean he's lying. There's a shred of possibility that maybe he actually believes that shit. I don't know. I'm not that man. I can't
Just like Tony thinks everything is fucking great all year and this is the greatest year ever.
Yeah. You know, but at the same time, let's be real here, bro. What else would anybody say? You know, some of these questions sometimes by some of these people are just softballs. I mean, they're just easy. Everybody is gonna say, "Yeah, I came here for the competition." You know, and who's gonna say, "Bro, I sold out to the highest fucking bidder. I'm a piece of shit. I didn't care about my fucking career. I didn't care. I just wanted the money." What else is he gonna say,
bro? What else is he gonna say? Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't answer the question.
Just stay quiet and say
have
nothing.
them omit it from the stream or the upload or the fucking interview that's going to go up days later.
Now that's amazing because when we talked about Hawani asking Punk questions about AEW, you was like, "Well, what is he supposed to say?" He has to answer the question, but for this guy, you want him to say nothing. But you want Punk to
what does CM Punk have to do with this, bro? We all know why Punk said what he said, bro. He's got a fucking narrative against AEW.
Are you listening to me? I just explained exactly what it had to do with it. When he asked Punk those questions, you say, "Well, he's supposed to answer." But when he asked Josh Alexander these questions, you're like, "Well, he should have said nothing."
Bro, you're gonna ask CM Punk to not answer a fucking question like that? Do you know who he is?
Ask Josh Alexander and not answer a question? He's gonna go
Who's
into a
Josh
show
Alexander compared to CM Punk?
He's gonna go into a show and not answer questions. That's what you wanted him to do.
Bro, CM Punk has a vindictive thing against AEW, man. He was gonna answer those questions whether Hawani answered them or not.
Fair. So I took that answer from you when we were talking about it. But fast forward now, and you want Josh Alexander to not answer questions by the interviewer, correct?
He shouldn't answer the fucking questions then. Bro, it's one of two things, man. You either answer the question and you look like a fucking liar, or you don't answer the question and you kind of just look okay in the situation. He opted to answer the question and then look like a liar. There's nobody here that believes that he took the AEW contract and said, "Well, I only took it because I want to wrestle the competition and the best competition is in AEW." Bro, are you fucking kidding me? The reason why you didn't take the contract is because, or the reason you took the contract is because the money was better than what WWE was paying you, and you work 1 day a week.
If you ever seen a pro athlete in a post-game interview, so how do you think about that game? Well, I feel like the competition was great. I feel like they were good opponents, but we just feel like, do you think they feel that way? Or do you think they're saying we beat the shit out of those fucking guys? They're fucking nothing to us.
Bro, these athletes are fucking liars, bro. They're all liars. Why say anything? Juan Soto took a Mets contract for $800 fucking million, and the Yankees offered him $10 million less than what the Mets offered him, and he took the fucking money. We all know why you signed with the Mets, the obviously inferior team.
Yeah. But you're there to answer questions.
So answer the questions like a human being. I took the money and I took the schedule. What AEW was offering me was better for my family. That's all you got to do. Instead, I took the AEW contract because I want to wrestle Danny Garcia in AEW. What are you fucking kidding me?
That's not a good look to your new employer.
Who gives a fuck?
The guy making the money with his new employer, not you. Who
Tony Khan is not a good look for his own fucking company.
But he still has to answer questions according to what his employer would want to hear. Why would he sit there and say
there is an epidemic in this fucking in this company, bro, in this world? When people are interviewed, nobody comes off as genuine. Nobody. And you look at this, bro. You want me to believe that someone didn't take the money? Yeah, I'm here to wrestle fucking Wheeler Yuta on Dynamite. You kidding me?
Has anyone ever, in any platform, in any stage, in any scenario, has anyone ever answered a question like that honestly?
They should.
So Josh Alexander should have been the first.
There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? AEW offered me a better deal. And leave it at that. There's no other way to kind of word that in a way where AEW offered, it was better for my family. That's why I took the deal with Tony. Can't be honest.
No, that's not how people answer questions when you want to keep your job. No, that's not what you do, man.
So he basically took Tony's deal to lie and then be a loser on television. Yeah, you want him to hide the truth and not be honest. Meanwhile, he's on TV and he's losing every week.
But wait, remember, no one in the history of sports has ever answered a question like that honestly. But you want Josh Alexander to be the first to ever do it.
I'm not saying I want him to be the first to ever do it. I want it to be a thing where people are interviewed and they answer the questions legitimately with honesty.
But you're calling him out like he's the only one to ever answer.
It's ridiculous. It's a fucking obvious lie, bro.
Yeah, it's a PR bullshit answer. It is. I'm not disagreeing with you, but what do you expect the man to say? Everybody would have answered that question.
How would you answer the question? How would you answer the question and just kind of answer it in a way that also is truthful, but also kind of not making yourself look like you're throwing the company under the bus? How would you answer the question?
I'm not gonna lie. I would have given the very same PR answer, bro. The guys paid me millions of dollars. What am I gonna get there and just say stupid shit for? And then something happens to him and he gets buried or fired. And then people look back like, why would you answer the question like that? Oh, because I want to be real, because JD thinks I should answer the question honestly. What the fuck is wrong with you? Everybody on the planet answers those bullshit questions the same way. Would you want Josh to take a stand and be different and be honest? No, that doesn't work that way.
He's a bullshitter, bro. He's a liar.
Everybody is in those situations, in those questions. Everyone.
So why do people report on it? Like it's fucking, this is why he signed with AEW.
Am I wrong, though? I mean, for real, am I wrong? I mean, all these post-game interviews, these scrums, all this shit, they all give PR answers. They never give their honest. You want their honest answer? Wait till they're fucking fired and gone.
I don't know. I just laughed. I laughed when I read this. I laughed when I heard about it.
Yeah, bro. I'll give him this much credit. Maybe it's not a lie. Maybe he just left part of the truth off.
Bro, you know me better than most people, bro. I do not like corporate shilling, bro. I do not like this obvious PR fucking toe the line, and I can't say this and I can't do that because I gotta be corporate. I gotta give the corporate PR. I hate that, bro. It's infuriating to listen to this drivel that comes out of these guys' mouths because everything's a fucking lie, man. There's no genuine human emotion. There's no honesty in anything that happens in the mainstream media, bro. Nothing.
I am not disagreeing with you. I just don't get why you think it was going to be any different with Josh Alexander. What did Mercedes Moné say as why she came to AEW?
Oh, she's in character. She's in character, bro. We're not allowed to talk about that.
What did anybody else say? What did anyone else anywhere that ever went anywhere to a new company or some? Why'd you decide to come here? Oh, it's the money, man. They gave me a whole bunch of money. That's why I wanted to come here.
Bro, you want me to sit here and not listen to people be open and honest about the money. That's why they came to AEW. Meanwhile, every fucking week, Tony's giving away $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 fucking dollars. And you want me to listen to people say, yeah, I came here for the competition. What are you, bro? They're throwing it in your face. They're telling you why they came here. Tony's telling you the reason why. He signed all these people because he's got a bigger wallet than WWE does. So let's be real.
The money. Did you ask Dragon Lee why he went to WWE? Did he say the money?
I don't know why Dragon Lee went to WWE. I don't know what his situation was.
What do you mean you don't know? According to you, it's the money. It's always the money for everybody.
I don't know. Who the fuck does he know in WWE that he wanted to go work over there? I don't fucking know.
So what was the money then?
Why did Penta go to WWE?
The money.
That's more than the money. It's more than the money there, bro. Come on.
It's the money. I mean, yeah, it was more than the money, but it was mostly the money. That's what I'm saying here about Josh. It was probably some of that bullshit. So if there's 100% line of why he went somewhere, it's probably like 20% of it was a competition and maybe 80 the money. And he only told you the 20% part. He didn't tell you about the other 80. He just left that part out. But they all go where they go for the money.
Bro, there was a man that I look at very highly who once said that the only two things that matter in this sport are cash and creative. It's the only reason why anybody defects from one company to the other and vice versa, man. Cash and creative. That's it. They're not being paid one place. They'll get paid somewhere else a lot more than they were paid previously. They didn't get the creative that they wanted. They'll go to the other place and do what they want creatively. It's the only reason why people defect back and forth, bro. Cash and creative. That's it.
I disagree with you. One of your mindless sheep fucking shills over here call me a bootlicker now.
Oh, there's someone in the comment section every week that labels you a bootlicker.
I'm a bootlicker. If I don't participate in your WWE fucking just assassinations, I'm a bootlicker.
This is not. By the way, this is not Jesse defending AEW. This is just this is what honestly, chat. This is what Jesse would tell me if we had a conversation over the phone, not on stream. He would say the same exact thing.
Off the air. And essentially, I'm agreeing with you. He went there for the money. My only disagreement is like, why do you think he's going to be honest? He'll be the first one. Nobody is honest in these fucking scenarios. They all lie. All of them. But for Josh, he should be honest. Like, why? They all just say, oh, I wanted the competition. LeBron James said he went to the Heat when he left Cleveland originally because he wanted to take his talents to South Beach. And he wanted to, bro, they offered him buckets of gold bars and cash. That's why he went to the Heat. That's why everybody goes where they go. Who's going to be different? Who's going to say, oh, I just went for the money? That's not what they do. They all lie. All of them.
They need to come up with better PR responses, bro, instead of just blatantly lying, man. There is a way to convey the truth by saying something that's honest and open, but also not being in a way that buries the fucking people that you work for. Or burying yourself.
MJF came out a couple of years ago and said that it's going to be the bidding war. What was it? The bidding war of 2024. You know, because
he was going to sign with the person that gave him the most money. Yeah,
the most money, right? Now, he signed with AEW, and then came out with a goddamn fake ass tattoo waving the AEW banner, saying, "I want to stay here with the best wrestle, and I'm a AEW shield." Wait a minute. You just told us a few months ago that you were going where the money was, and now that you're signed here. Now you're just here because you are riding for the company. They all say the same thing once they're signed with the company, bro.
Bro, MJF could get away with that because that is his character, and you don't know when he's actually playing his character or not playing his character. If you met him on the street walking in fucking some random joint and what he plays on television, he's the same fucking guy. You don't know.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that just kind of conveys that, you know, is he playing a character or is he actually being his real self? You don't even know.
Yeah.
So he could get away with something like that and actually say, yeah, I took the fucking money. That's the only reason why I'm here. He could say that because that's what he said on television. And if he says that away from television in an interview like this, you're just going to think he's playing his character.
But then otherwise, then you're being a shill.
He could get away with it. It's not as bad for him. I don't know.
Saying, man. I wouldn't expect anything less from anybody. It's not just a Josh thing. Nobody says.
I don't even think WWE could have even offered Max a contract because I do think that Tony just renegotiated his existing deal at that time and gave him more money because that's all he wanted. And he rightfully deserved it.
Oh, God. Fuck yeah. But I don't know how that all went. I could also see Max going to WWE for the money at that time and then getting over there and saying, so why did you decide to come to WWE? And then that shit would change from the bidding war of 2024 to, oh, I've always wanted to compete in the WrestleMania and, you know, and be in this big stage and everything else. That shit would have changed just like that.
Yeah, but with his situation, I honestly do believe, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he's done everything that someone could possibly do in AEW. So he's also going to be a different situation when it comes to that time when he is actually a free agent. Tony's going to offer him fucking the world. And he's probably going to offer him more money than WWE is going to offer. What that number is, we don't know. But WWE is going to make as strong of a play for anybody as anybody with MJF. And I do think that if WWE does come a little bit below what Tony offers, I do think MJF is going to entertain that offer more than the one from Tony and take less money. It's slightly less money. It's not going to be a huge substantial amount because then he'd just be fucking himself. But, you know, whatever it is, a factor of anywhere between $200,000, $300,000, maybe $500,000, go over there to WWE and just become the superstar that he deserves to be because he's already filming Violent Night 2. He's in a new movie again. He's going to be he's going to be mixing his movie commitments in with all the wrestling he's got to do. So obviously you see the type of breakout guy he is. He's the only guy there that's legitimately got, let's get this guy onto the silver screen. That's it. There's nobody else in that company that feels that way.
No, God, no, absolutely. You know, it's almost like like an unspoken thing, but you just know that when you're there and you get signed there for big money, you're not supposed to go there and flaunt said money. But if you really look at it and think about it, that's all that everyone does. They go there for the money, but no one ever says that. Football players, baseball, basketball, a name. A-Rod sounded like the biggest deal in the history of ever when he got signed and everything else, you know, when he went there from the Rangers. And it was about, you know, it's about the competition and the great city of New York in baseball and these pinstripes. And motherfucker, it was about that money. It was about that money. He went there and played next to Derek Jeter. He didn't even like the guy, but that money was too much to pass up.
Bro, Tom Glavine left the Atlanta Braves to go play for the fucking Mets. The Mets! You're playing for the Atlanta Braves. You're a Hall of Fame Braves player for life, and you go to the fucking Mets instead of taking less pay to stay with the Braves. You go to the Mets to take more money and then be a loser.
Yep.
Why did he go to the Mets? Because he wanted to play for the fucking Mets? I don't believe that for a fucking second. That was the case. Chipper Jones would have went to go play for the Mets, and he never played for the Mets. He was a Brave for life. Why did Freddie Freeman leave the fucking Braves to go play for the Dodgers? Money. They all leave from money. Money.
Sometimes you'll get a top star that will leave to go chase a championship and take less money. Sometimes. But even then, they won't say it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, you left, took half of what you were worth, teamed up with two other stars. Why'd you come here? Oh, man, I just think it's a great town to play ball in. You're making half of what? What? Wait a minute. They always lie.
Yeah, but something like that could be true as well because he could be an aging player who took less money. He wants to be closer to home and have more home life on the road with his family. Who knows? You know, it's a different situation for different people. I don't know.
It's so cookie cutter, man. I'm just so used to it. I'm in agreement with you that it's such horseshit. Every time you see a football game and a post game show, so You threw for 400 yards and you ran for 500 and you stomped all over this team tonight. What are your feelings about this game? Well, no, the adversaries brought some great competition. And, I'm glad to be on the field with them and share this moment. They're great adversaries. I can't wait to play them again. Do you think they said that shit in the locker room?
Here's a great example, because you're a football guy. I just seen his name in the chat. Tom Brady. He left the Patriots to go sign with the Buccaneers, right? Why did he sign with the Buccaneers? Because the Patriots didn't offer him enough money, so we went to go sign with Tampa Bay.
I'm not sure. I don't remember. Oh, is it because no, I think Belichick stayed. I'm not sure.
Belichick stayed, and Gronkowski was with Tampa Bay, wasn't he?
Yeah, Gronk left too. I don't know why he left, because I'm sure they would have paid him whatever he wanted.
What was the shilling there? I want to win a Super Bowl for the city of Tampa Bay. Give me a fucking break, bro. New England didn't offer you enough money, so you took the fucking bag where it was offered to you, right?
Probably. Yeah, I'm trying to remember that now. I can't imagine New England not paying Tom Brady whatever he wanted. Why did he go? Oh, they had beef. I think this guy may be right.
Gronk signed after Brady, says LC Maestro in the chat.
Yeah.
Gronk unretired when Tom was there. He wasn't there first. Okay.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Listen, it's definitely a nice discussion to have. Jesse is partially correct. What do you expect Josh Alexander to say? I also have my piece on it and say he could say whatever he wants, but at least give me the fucking honest upfront answer. Don't just blatantly lie throughout the entire interview, man. Say it in a way where it's also, you being honest and you keeping the values of the company as a priority. But a lot of people don't do that.
Real quick, I lost my train of thought on this one earlier, but this is the exact reason. This is the exact unequivocal reason. This is why WWE hates AEW, because wrestlers can leave WWE and make the same or more money in AEW. And also, wrestlers in WWE are using AEW as a bargaining chip for their fucking deals.
Yeah.
And it's legitimate. It's not like, oh, they're not going to pay you that. Yes, they are, and they know it. So when they want to re-sign talent that they don't want to leave the company, they are going to have to actually come to the negotiation table, because there is another company that they will go to and will make that money. WWE wants that option off the table so they can go back to telling talent, we're going to pay you this, or you can go walk and we don't care what you do. Well, now talent can say, well, I will go walk and I will go make more than this. They are currently paying a lot of wrestlers more money than they wanted to because of the existence of AEW. So that's why they're on this campaign to put them out of business. It makes sense why WWE wants AEW out of business. It does. It honestly makes sense. What I don't get is why wrestling fans are riding with them to try to put AEW out of business so their favorite wrestlers can make less money and the creatives can get nice and lazy again. This show, WrestlePalooza, would not exist at all if it wasn't for AEW.
That's true. Yeah, it's all a business move, yeah.
It is. You're getting more wrestling, you're getting competitive storylines, and your favorite wrestlers are making more money. As you sit at home and say, I hope AEW goes out of business. You're an idiot.
Yeah, WWE is not afraid of AEW. The way I said this time and time again, they're not afraid of AEW the way fans think they're afraid, because clearly AEW is suffering on their own. WWE doesn't even need to do anything. But nope. It's all about the money. They don't want, and they are upset and angry that Tony has as much power in the business that he does, because he is the one dictating what pro wrestlers make, and WWE does not like that. Nick Khan wants that power. Ari Emanuel wants that power. All of TKO wants that power, because the more Tony pays for pro wrestlers, and MJF is a great example. When MJF is a free agent, that man is making fucking absolute fucking Fort Knox bank. You think WWE wants to pay $6 million for fucking Maxwell Jacob Friedman to come wrestle for them? If AEW didn't exist, WWE would get to tell Max what he makes, and he'd have to accept it or not.
Exactly. That is why AEW is being WWE is being petty with counter programming. That is why they want them out of business. From a business standpoint, I get it. But as a fan, I don't understand why you're riding with them to try to help them put this company out of business. It only hurts you and your favorite wrestler. What is the goddamn point? You don't like AEW, just don't watch it. Just watch WWE. Why are you out there posting and riding and trying to get? I mean, bro, you're only hurting yourself. Remember, I mean, most of these people are not even fucking old enough to remember this shit. But when we had WCW and WWE, the fucking wrestling landscape was great. We had great wrestling on two different channels. When one went out of business, WWE went to straight up shit. It went to shit. It was nothing. It was garbage for the longest of times. Wrestlers got paid nothing. They were always complaining about money, about benefits, about this, about that. They were getting paid shit. And WWE said, if you don't like it, go to New Japan, where you're going to make nothing. Go over to the Indies, where you'll make nothing. Now they can't say that. You don't like this? Go somewhere else. Okay. That's what Adam Cole did. That's what Bryan Danielson did. That's what Edge did. That's what Swerve did. That's what so many other people did. Now, yes, some of these people, they probably did not care that they left. I'm not going to sit there and say that everybody that left, WWE cried over. Some of these people, they probably didn't care. But I promise you, there was enough of them that left that they did not want to lose, but they could not pay them as much money as they wanted because of budget reasons, because of TKO. TKO won't let them spend whatever they want on talent. They have a budget to stay under.
Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms. And yeah, WWE is not great either. And their greediness is filtering onto television, and they are their priority now is more with selling tickets and selling merch and doing this and that and TV deals and network deals instead of the creative. We've seen it, we feel it, we see it every week. So it's a problem everywhere.
If you think ticket prices and merch and streaming, if you think all of that shit is expensive now, if you think it's expensive now, imagine what it would be if there was no AEW. Imagine ticket prices then.
Yeah, because they have to offset the talent cost, I'm assuming, right? With all the talent that they probably be taking in?
Oh, yeah. So if AEW went out of business and then they paid the talent less money, what WWE would do is then pass that money on to the fans by lowering cost of everything. That's what WWE would do. They would lower their cost for the fans.
Sure thing, bro. And I got a date with fucking Sydney Sweeney next week, bro. Fuck out of here.
They would pay their talent less and then continue to raise the fucking prices, bro. And then put more ads everywhere and more advertisers everywhere.
Oh my God, this is that's a whole nother can of worms, man. But that was what Josh Alexander said.
He digressed.
Yeah. Adam Page and Josh Alexander. Gee, who won this match? Adam Page won. At that point, I said it. I didn't even tweet during the show. I've just kind of given up tweeting during Wednesday night's Dynamite. You look at Adam Page and Josh Alexander, another match, and I said this time and time again, this is not a good example of a pro wrestling match being a good predictable. Josh Alexander comes in winning 2 matches because he had these tag team matches over the last couple of weeks where he won, and everybody thinks, oh man, he's going to win a third one. But he's wrestling the world champion who is never going to be put in a position to lose. So going into this, there was literally no story. They built it off some fabricated grudge match. He had nothing to do with Kenny Omega being put through the table. It was all Kyle Fletcher. And we have another predictable outcome, bro. So it's like, just part of that takes me out of the entire experience. I don't give a shit how great these guys are as pro wrestlers. Going into it, or you already know the outcome. So it's like, you're just sitting there waiting for it to be over because you know exactly how it's going to go. Yeah. It's all across this show. It's even WWE too. They do it. They're guilty of it, but AEW's more guilty of it.
Yeah, we started this segment off, man. Like I was saying, Josh Alexander versus Hangman should be a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, sure.
That should be a headline. That should be a big time match for them, man. But it's not, and it is not Josh Alexander's fault. But it is creator's fault. Hangman is the world champion. Josh Alexander should have been built up to be a contender for the world championship. That's at this point, as long as he's been here, he should be a number one contender going into a pay-per-view for that title. And he's not. He's just a lackey in the Don Callis family. And I don't agree with that. He shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, let's get to this here. Oh my goodness. Can we please pay homage to my brother Brandon the heel as he went toe-to-toe with Dax Softwood just before pushing the cameraman? Fuck Dax. Fuck SRS. As YouTube just completely blew up on me. Fuck Dax. Fuck SRS. And Voices of the Marks, along with the AEW sickos, says Jay Barker with a $100 super chat. I don't know who Brandon the heel is. Is that who Dax got in the face of? I was saying tonight to somebody while I was watching Dynamite, I might buy tickets to the Hammerstein Ballroom and sit front row. I wonder if Dax saw me in the front row, that he'd do that to me. You think he'd do that to me if he's seen me?
They probably kick you out.
For paying tickets to sit front row? They kicked me out after I gave them money to sit there.
They kick fans out all the time, and they all paid money to sit there.
Yeah, I want to see them try. Fuck out of here.
You be dragging your ass out.
Luckily, there's a couple of great places to go drink some nice cold beverages around there. Let's get through this segment, then we'll get to Collision Corner because we just hit the goal of 800. We got Paige beating Josh Alexander. So we get a promo, and Paige took the microphone and says he didn't spill a gallon of his blood to win the AEW title just to give someone like MJF someone else like MJF to change the stipulations to matches. Paige didn't give everything he had to this title to have someone associated with a phallus head like Don Callis get involved. The more important thing in AEW is wrestling, and Paige is the All Elite Wrestling men's world champion. I don't know why they're highlighting the men's world champion. I don't know what champion it would be outside the men's world championship, but
yeah, I didn't get that either.
Kyle Fletcher walked out, and he's out there with Don Callis. Says it's a nice sentiment to have, but it doesn't matter. Well, Paige holds the title. Don Callis' family runs AEW and brings up his challenge on Collision for a match at All Out. Paige said Fletcher is lucky to not have his ass flighted out of here after what he did last week to Kenny Omega, but he understands it. Fletcher wanted to make a point. Paige told Fletcher to get in the ring and face him eye to eye as Fletcher whispered to Don Callis that he had to do this on his own, and he went to the ring. Paige said when he looks at Fletcher, he sees potential, but if someone who also can't put his socks on. Now, he was out there wearing loafers with no socks on. I never understood this dress style because that only makes your shoes and your feet stink even more. So I don't really understand that. I guess it's a thing, a European thing maybe. Paige put over Fletcher for being built like a brick shithouse who has all the tools to be the future, even seeing himself in Paige like he was when he stood across the ring from Chris Jericho in the early days of AEW. Paige said Fletcher isn't ready for this, though, which Fletcher says he's heard that his whole life. 26-year-old, he's not even in his prime, but he says to everybody when his prime is, and his prime is right now, and he's ready to be the AEW World Champion. Paige said if Fletcher truly wants it, he'll give him a shot at All Out, but he needs to do it himself and earn it without the Don Callis family. Fletcher said Paige might think that makes the difference, but he doesn't need anyone to beat Paige as he has his word. It'll be one-on-one. Fletcher won't fail time after time like Paige did before winning the World Championship, and Paige will say his full name. Again, I appreciate the effort here to get across, Jesse, to convey where both characters are coming from, but there's just not enough substance there for a World Championship match in such a small period of time to make me fully care about what's going on here. And just like we talked about with Josh Alexander, there is absolutely nobody that's watching this show that thinks that Adam Page is losing this match to Kyle Fletcher on September 20th. So already going into it, sure, it's going to be a great match because both guys are great professional wrestlers, just like Josh Alexander and Adam Page are. But going into it, man, it's going to be one of those matches where you already know the outcome going in and you're just waiting for it to end because Page is going to retain.
Nope. You're 100% right on all of that stuff. I was thinking the exact same thing. Something else I was thinking, though. I came up with an idea that might have been able to make this match just a smidge more interesting. And what I would have done is had Hangman say, you know, you just won this TNT title. You seem to value it. You want to come after my title. I'll tell you what. If you relinquish your TNT title, you free it up, put it up in a fucking tournament or whatever the fuck. If you drop that title to get a title match with me, then I'll give you a fucking title match at the pay-per-view. But you have to relinquish that TNT title just for a chance to come and win my title.
If he was the TNT champion for a substantial amount of time, I'd probably say that's not that bad of an idea, but he just won it. He's going to give it up to get a world championship match. I agree. I don't know why this match is even taking place. It's just a sad state of affairs that we're putting the TNT title in a match with the AEW World Championship. But
yep, I would have had him give up his TNT title, and he's still don't get me wrong, he's still gonna fucking lose at the pay-per-view. It'll be a great match. He's still gonna lose, but then I'm going to have Kyle Fletcher go back on another journey to get his TNT title back, doubling down on how good of a wrestler he is. That's what I would have fucking done.
Yeah, I mean, it works. I don't know. I don't know what they could have done if that was one of the options or an option, what they could have done to make this match a little bit more interesting. It's just sad that the TNT Championship has no direction. Adam Page is the world champion, has no direction, and they're just kind of materializing and coming up with this feud just to get across a match at All Out because they got nowhere else to go. And granted, there's a lot of injuries right now, but I mean, I don't think Fletcher should be put in a position where he is a young guy and needs to be built up on his own. He should be challenging for a world championship. You'll know when he's ready for a world championship and to be the world champion. Right now is not that time. I don't know why you're putting him in this match to get that out of the way now, so early, so young. And the sickos are going to look at this. Oh, he stood toe-to-toe with Adam Page for 30 minutes. He got over. He's a loser.
No, he's a loser. It's not his time. He should be focused on defending his TNT title.
Yeah.
He should be focused on elevating that TNT title.
Yeah.
Having these great matches with others who are trying to get up to his level. There's plenty of time for Kyle Fletcher to get a world title match. That guy's going to be a future world champion one day. Just hold your horses. Just chill.
Yeah.
Give it some time.
All right, man. We hit 830 likes, man. We going somewhere?
Man, I'm already set, man. I got somewhere to go, and it is Collision Corner.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Look at him.
Here we go. This week's Collision Corner is brought to you by David Rice, a.k.a. D-Nice. Once again, David Rice is a huge supporter over on my channel. Let's get into it. Show starts off with Jon Moxley versus Daniel Garcia.
Oh, man. I already hear people reaching for the remote control, bro.
I think it kind of went that way at some point. But they go about 20 minutes of Moxley winning with a roll-up.
Moxley beat him with a roll-up.
With a roll-up. Garcia leaves saying something good just isn't good enough. It feels like deja vu.
Speaking of roll-ups, bro, do you, when the kids go back to school, bro, if they're not back in school already, do you pack lunches for them and do you pack snacks like fruit roll-up in there for your kids?
Halfway through September. Who's not back in school yet?
Oh, I don't know.
You know? My kids do have fruit roll-ups. They actually.
What do you prefer, bro? Fruit roll-up or fruit by the foot, man? You familiar with fruit by the foot?
Oh wait, they're different. We have fruit by the foot. I thought it was the same thing.
Kind of, yeah. It's just longer.
Yeah, we have fruit by the foot. I thought they were the same thing. I don't know. That felt like deja vu with Garcia thinking he's not good enough and downing on himself. But clearly, this is going to lead to him finding the path and being a good guy, and he'll be fine. Nothing's going to come from that. The I drink match of the night.
Was it that bad that you had to go reach for alcohol, bro? What the fuck's going on?
I don't even know if this is an alcoholic. This is a sponsored match, man.
This is the I drink match of the night.
This is it's I drink.
What did you drink during this match? Is what I want to know.
No. It's I drink. IDRINQ. That's a beverage. The I drink. Oh my God. Look, man, don't bash the sponsors, okay? The I drink match of the night. FTR versus Adam Priest and Tommy Billingsley, aka the Dynamite Kid.
Oh my God! Let me guess, man. Dax went 35 minutes with Damian Priest's little cousin, man. What's going on?
Bro, this match went 15 minutes. It even had a commercial break. It had a commercial break, man. And we found out they're running it back next week. I cannot believe it.
I was partially correct. They're gonna go 30 minutes.
Oh my God, they will. They're gonna go another 15 next week. We got the Triangle of Madness and Megan Bayne versus Chris Statlander, Harley Quinn, and Nina Shirakawa and Toni Storm in an all-star 8-woman tag match with everyone banned from ringside. Weaver Yuta immediately comes out at ringside talking to Chris Statlander.
Hey, Stat, we going to Waffle House after this?
Right away. He said everyone banned from ringside is Wheeler Yuta.
hey, Statlander, do you want an I drink?
Probably. Thicklander gets the pin using the seat belt. Wheeler Yuta's move.
Fantastic. Bro, I saw a clip, man. Maybe you could divulge here. Mina did a little shake in the middle of the ring. Was that correct?
She did it at the beginning of in the ramp.
Oh, okay.
But she typically does kind of shake her little mini tits in the ring a little.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Mina.
I mean, bro, when you get like, Chris Statlander and everybody else out there, man. I mean, I don't know. Megan Bayne out there, and you got Skye Blue. Mina's kind of losing luster, man. I don't know.
What, are you kidding me?
Sorry. Stats out there. Let's see. It's a Yuta move that won the match. It's a women's match, so obviously there's a post-match beatdown with everyone coming out for the save. This time it's Jamie Hayter instead of Willow.
Huh? Braggy.
There is the obligatory beat that somebody has to come out and have a scuffle after a women's match. It's just mandatory. The Don Callis family comes out. It says bad guy stuff. Let's see. They show another hologram clone promo.
Did he speak English? Did he download a program where he speaks English, bro?
They just showed the little vignette of like the computer coding and everything else, and then it went away. And then they cut to the next segment right away, and it's Kyle O'Reilly, and he was really happy about the hologram cloning.
Bro, what is the color difference between hologram 1 and hologram 2, man? Is this evil? They got all red like Kane now?
Yeah. Red and black. Yeah. Yeah. How'd you know?
I don't know, man. I took a stab at it, man. I don't know.
How'd you know? You must have saw the leaks. That's how'd you know. That's amazing stuff. All right. So Kyle O'Reilly is really happy, and he did this right in front of hologram. The original hologram is just sitting there next to Kyle O'Reilly, just sitting there like, and Kyle's like popping. Oh my God, they're cloning luchadors now. This is great. So he was really happy about that. Next segment, Jerry Lynn said something to Anthony Bowens about long and hard. That really popped me. Okay, main event. Konosuke Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe. Takeshita wins with the help of MJF, who left his honeymoon early to be at Collision. Now, you talk about dedication, bro.
What a gentleman, man.
I mean, my God. He left his honeymoon with that beautiful woman to go be at Collision.
Can you imagine that, man? Leaving that woman at home to go sit amongst filth and garbage at the ECW arena. You believe that?
Oh, my God. Takeshita realized that MJF helped him win. He wasn't happy about that, so they kind of squared off. I thought we could be heading for a triple threat, but who knows? We're getting Mark Briscoe versus MJF at All Out, and I honestly actually expect Mark Briscoe to win that match.
Me too. Bro, you know Tony Khan strategically moved Death Before Dishonor from August 30th to September 5th. Or no, from September 5th to August 30th just so that he could attend MJF's wedding.
No way, did he really?
Did he really? Yeah, he did.
That's actually kind of cool. That's kind of amazing.
Now listen, I didn't see it in the notes unless it's coming up, man. Is there something with Big Bill we should know?
No, that was actually the end of the show. Big Bill did cut a promo. He did cut a promo. Forget what it was about, but I was actually he shit on the Philly crowd for not supporting him when he was going through his addiction and everything. It was kind of a weird promo. Everybody supported Big Bill. Also, shout out to Bill and everything he's gone through, man. I'm very proud of him in his comeback.
He didn't mention anybody in particular?
I forget. What did he mention?
He mentioned Eddie Kingston.
Oh, that's right. He did this long, broad, drug out promo, and he said Eddie Kingston was the first on his hit list. I don't know why he picked an injured guy.
What does Eddie Kingston have to do with Big Bill, though? He's been out for a year and a half.
I have no idea, but yeah, he did call. And what a weak way to bring him back, though.
They might be booking Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston for All Out, bro. He hasn't made one TV appearance.
I mean, I thought he was in it with Moxley and all of them. But look, it's not about bringing them back to face off with Big Bill, and then that's weak. Don't get me wrong. And that's whatever. That's fine. But why would you announce it like that via a backstage promo that Eddie Kingston's coming back? How about just a run-in and like, oh shit, Kingston's back? No, now we're all waiting for it. That's like bringing JD Hamer back in the pre-show.
I guarantee you this is going to be on the pre-show, bro. I cannot see Eddie Kingston and Big Bill on the fucking main card, bro.
My God. But you know what? That is this week's edition of Collision Corner. I thank you guys so much, and especially thank David Rice for his tremendous support. And just so you know, my name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one only Chi-Town Smart, and I watch Collision so you don't have to.
This show sucks, man. My God. El Clon, man. I can't wait to see what El Clon does. Ridiculous.
I forgot that he said he's going to face... I didn't even jot that down in the notes, man. I just thought it was when he started shitting on Philly for not supporting him when he was...
What an awful way, man. If you guys need anything as far as what the current state of AEW is, just look at that, man. Big Bill and Eddie Kingston. A guy like Eddie Kingston being brought back in that way after a year and a half, bro. I mean, you got to be the dumbest fuck that's running a pro wrestling company.
Keep this in mind, though. Watch this. I'm going to make it sound even dumber. Aren't they hurting for baby faces at the top of the card?
They are.
Wouldn't the absence of an Eddie Kingston coming back and inserting him at the top of the card just reinvigorate that emptiness that you're missing up there?
Yes.
But you get him down here with Big Bill.
Also adding some help to Darby about battling the Death Riders.
I mean, just it would help. Be great.
Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, we got footage of what Jesse just talked about with Briscoe and Takeshita. Takeshita beat Briscoe with the help of MJF. MJF cut a promo after Collision, and he said that he showed up, and the day before was his wedding day, and his wife asked where he's going. It's time for their honeymoon. His wife says, if you leave right now, we're done. MJF started laughing and said to that silly little bitch that before he was married to pro wrestling. He was married well before he even met her. He's married to the game. As he swung the door open, ready to make Briscoe's life hell, whatever stipulation Briscoe chooses for their match at All Out this week on Collision, MJF says it will go exactly the way he did with his wife on their wedding day and said, I do, by God, I do.
Bro.
What is the stipulation going to be?
Bro. He left that beautiful woman to go start a fight with a redneck chicken farmer.
He did? Money calls, bro. Money does not take a day off.
I am not thinking about Mark Briscoe. if I am at my honeymoon with this woman.
That night after the wedding must have been oh so grand for him to say, you know what, I'm going back to work the next day.
Oh my God, bro.
Renee was backstage with the Young Bucks in catering, which looked very good, by the way. Nice setup in the ECW arena there. Who says they will win the $500,000 All-Star Tag Team match tonight. They won't be here eating awful food. They'll be traveling first class and eating caviar. While Nick says he's going to the casino to double his money. They tried to sit down next to the Dork Order. They were rejected. And then they spotted Brandon Cutler, and they tried to be all buddy-buddy with him, but he said he'd been waiting to say this for a long time. Shut up, Young Bucks. So Jon Moxley came in after Brandon Cutler got up and left. And he reminded the Bucks who they are and promised them $250,000 apiece. So all of the Death Rider winnings would go to the Bucks if they show up and win tonight like the Bucks of old. Gee, man, color me shocked where this is going. The Bucks are getting their mojo back, bro. The Bucks are going to be tag team champions sooner rather than later, man. They're going to get all that they've lost back very soon.
I can deal with this, okay? Because first off, I'm tired of seeing the Young Bucks in the main event scene and the tag division is suffering. All right. So however roundabout way they plan on getting them there, fine. And they're having some fun with it along the way. They're just giving them shit and everything else. And then when they become tag champions, then they get their respect back. That's fine. That actually brings some form of story to the tag team division. But in the meantime, there is nothing else going on in the tag division. So they need to hurry this shit up. Because it's just lame and boring. The tag champs just lost tonight. I mean, there's nothing interesting about the tag division at all. The only thing that is interesting about a tag team right now is the Young Bucks, and that's just because of the way they're just getting disrespected and everything else. Their matches are always fine. The matches are great. But we need them in the tag division, and we also need to just continue some storylines in that tag division. Not just get the Bucks there, put the titles on them, and then just have matches. That's not enough.
Oh, that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to make the match for All Out. They're going to beat Brodito, and then goodbye.
Oh, my God. No. Please.
Mercedes Moné teams with Emi Sakura against Alex Windsor and Riho. The babyfaces won here. Alex Windsor and Riho get the win over Mercedes and Emi Sakura. Chad, I'll give you one guess who took the pinfall here. Wasn't Mercedes, I'll tell you that. So they basically brought Emi Sakura in for one night to basically eat a pinfall because, get this, chat, there is nobody else. I doubt that there even is anybody else that wants to take a pinfall loss just to be in the ring with Mercedes. They don't want to do it anymore. It's over. They're running through everybody like fucking cookies in a jar, bro. Seriously, it's all over. Yeah. So Windsor and Riho win. There was a spot here where Riho escaped a Queen's Gambit by Emi Sakura and sank in a half crab while Windsor trapped Moné in a sharpshooter in the ropes. And both Moné and Sakura tapped out simultaneously. Moné was not the legal woman. Emi Sakura was. So Moné's tap out was just a visual tap out so that they could give Alex Windsor the petty, or the, I guess not petty, but pity victory over Mercedes, but not really call it official. There you go.
Yeah.
Renee was backstage with the Gates of Agony and Ricochet, and she was interviewing them and was cut off by Ricochet, who said the Hurt Syndicate called them cowards, wanted a gentleman's agreement. They want it one-on-one with Shelton Benjamin tonight, just him and Benjamin. At All Out, when their hands are raised in victory, the Hurt Syndicate will have no choice but to respect them. That's not a choice. It's a demand.
Remember that.
What?
Everybody leave their friends in backstage.
What does that mean?
Remember that.
Remember it for what? The pay-per-view?
No. No, for this match, everybody stays backstage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for the actual match, though.
Yeah. Wasn't that the agreement for tonight?
That was the yeah, nobody was allowed at ringside, yeah. Gentleman's agreement, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Remember that.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Renee delivered a by the numbers video package on FTR and Christian Cage along with Adam Copeland and their successes in AEW and in wrestling in general. So Cope and Christian, they will finally be home at All Out. And fellow Canadian Renee says, may the best team win, which will not be FTR, especially in Canada.
Love
So-
Renee.
Yeah. Stokely and FTR, they are out now after this video package was shown. They're out in the ring, and they march out from the back saying that the package that was just shown was bullshit, and that they are the greatest tag team in the world, and they're going to win it all out. Every week, Stokely hears the same thing. Shut up, Stokely. You don't get any hoes, Stokely. Despite hearing that, everyone in the 2300 arena looked and shouted at Stokely, saying he gets no hose. So he then called everybody, Jesse, in the ECW arena, look-alike extras from Roseanne, and they get no hose, which is not that really that far-fetched for Stokely to be saying that about these people. It's quite accurate.
It's funny. In my stream, somebody called Amy Sakura the Japanese Roseanne bar.
I could see that. Dax Harwood said this could have and should have been a dream match, but says he's heard enough of the fans wanting to fight, so let's fight. Harwood got in the face of multiple fans. Apparently, according to our Justin Barker, it was somebody by the name of Brandon the Heel. I don't know who this is or what his place in the IWC is, but you know, this is what the Dudleys used to do back in ECW. They used to get in the faces of people around the ECW arena, and they would really rile up, and they would generate heat, and they would think that that's genuine heat. That's the way that they would generate heat in the ECW arena, because they were villains. They were heels. FTR is trying to do the same thing here in the ECW arena. I don't know if that's going to work out the way that they want, because sooner rather than later, one of these fans is going to say, fuck this, and do something legitimately about it. And then AEW is going to blame the fucking fans when all AEW and FTR did was pile on and rile up these people when they shouldn't have. So they are playing a very dangerous game here, bro.
The Dudleys had actual legitimate heat, though.
They did.
They had real fucking heat, and they also had a trust with their fan base in that arena. They all knew. They all understood the assignment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They all got it. And in 2025, I'll even go as far as to say that the fans these days, they also get it. You know what I'm saying? They understand the excitement. You can say shit, you can, curse them out, but you can't fucking take a swing. I feel like they were gonna get spit on though. I feel like the fan was gonna spit on him. He was that close to his face.
Yeah, something's gonna happen one of these days if they keep poking the bear there. Harwood got in the face of multiple people, bumping into the cameraman. He shoved him and the assistant holding the cables, beating them up in the process, because that's a great way to sell a tag team match with Copeland and Christian, by beating up the fucking camera guy. Referees and security are out. Backed off FTR as Bryan Danielson says he wasn't sure what any of this was about. It's a very odd way to fucking build a tag team match, bro. And Bryan is out there like, I don't know what this is about. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I agree with you. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. What does building to a match have to do with beating up the fucking camera guy?
How about we just bring out Cope and Christian?
Because it would have been the same spot as last week.
Just to shake things up, just, I don't know.
They are just limping into the pay-per-view, bro. They don't know what else to do. Renee's backstage with the Hurt Syndicate. Benjamin cuts off MVP, saying if Ricochet keeps GOA in the back, MVP and Lashley will stay backstage as well, and he'll put Ricochet's goofy ass on his back.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we got Ricochet and Shelton Benjamin. Let's pick it up after the commercial break here. We got the crowd chanting, "We bold people. We bold people." As Benjamin caught a springing Ricochet, overhead belly to belly, before taking him to a suplex. And another step-up knee in the corner here. Floats over, snap suplex for a 2 by Benjamin. He tried to do it again. Ricochet flipped out of a suplex and hit a double stomp as both were up, and they hit dueling thrust kicks. And both guys are down. So Benjamin swung Ricochet's legs through the ropes, delivered a pump kick. It took too long to follow up here. Ricochet went up top, hits a big Spanish fly on Benjamin for a 2. All of a sudden, Ricochet pulls out his golden scissors, which he used in his feud with Swerve. We haven't seen them since. Benjamin put a stop to it. I think he might have used it against Briscoe. I'm not really sure. But that was a while ago. Benjamin put a stop to it and turned Ricochet inside out with a lariat. Benjamin grabbed the scissors, and we got a chant of EC Dub, EC Dub. He snapped them in half. All of a sudden, Bishop Khan showed up and distracted the ref long enough for Toa Leona to appear, hitting Benjamin with a headbutt, allowing Ricochet to get the roll-up, and stealing a victory and beating Shelton Benjamin. Post-match, MVP and Lashley at ringside. Brawl with GOA. Toa Leona and Lashley got into a brawl. Benjamin caught Ricochet with a thrust kick. Security separated them all. Ricochet almost looked like he was kind of body surfing on the crowds at ringside, or the security guards, rather, at ringside, celebrating his victory as they were carrying him to the back. Bro, I thought there was a gentleman's agreement here. What happened?
Yeah, well, you know. Not that. It's cool to tell the fans one thing's going to happen and then change it.
Well, I mean, they're heels, so you think they were acting, they said it to kind of lure the baby faces into thinking that there was a gentleman's agreement, only to then do a heel thing and just have them show up out there anyway?
They should have made it like some kind of rule. If someone showed up, then they lose the match. I mean,
gentleman's agreement was made. Ricochet offered it. MVP agreed to it. And we still get treated like our intelligence is nothing.
Yeah, but
fantastic.
They did it. That is the new thing now. Let's have gentlemen's agreement. Everyone's banned from ringside, and then they're not. Everyone's banned from ringside, then they're not. It's.
And Ricochet's not a gentleman, says Dark One. I agree.
I guess not. Look, it's not the worst thing happening with creative right now. It's just a piece of the puzzle. It's just one of the things, you know. This shit is not helping.
No. Hook was sitting on a rooftop with the Empire State Building in the background. Says he's always respected Samoa Joe and that the ops always have his back. After Joe explained it to him last week, now he gets it. When one gets hurt, someone else steps up in that place. That said, maybe it's time for Hook to stand on his own. But then again, maybe not.
They don't know what the fuck they want to do.
Bro, this was a promo that basically gave Hook 30 seconds of TV time, and it basically did nothing. It goes nowhere. There's no direction. It leads to nothing. It's just Hook cutting a promo for no reason.
It does nothing. They bring Hook out. He's pissed at the ops. Then he disappears. Then he comes back, and he's kind of making up with the ops, but then sort of not. Now he's not sure what he wants to do. They make it creative. They make it so hard. They make it so hard to get invested in the talent, in these gimmicks, in these characters, in these storylines, because it's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. It's non-linear. They change shit. Chris Statlander's a heel this week. No, she's not. She's back to this. Now we're going to tease her heel again. This guy's in the ops. No, he's not. He's injured. But now he's back and he cares. No, he doesn't. He might be with them, but he might not. You make it so hard to give a shit when you keep changing things. If I'm someone who likes the bad guys, then I want to root for him. If I'm someone who likes the good guys, then I want to root for him. You keep changing it so goddamn much. You change the direction of storylines so much. It's just so hard to get invested in, and they don't understand that.
Someone in the chat said, how are you the son of Taz and you still can't cut a promo or have mic skills? Listen, Hook is not that bad. I've seen worse. What AEW needs to let Hook do is be Hook. He can't be given a fucking script and be tasked with memorizing a line. Hook has to be himself. If he bees himself and is allowed to be him, who he is, away from, I'm talking about Hook, whoever he is and whatever he is, away from TV. They allow him to be that on television, it will get over. But the thing is, it may be too late with creative. It may be too late. Now, I do know, because I have knowledge of the situation, that Hook's presentation is all everything you see is all Hook. Everything that you see with Hook, the way he's presented, the bat signal, the promos, the vignettes, it's all Hook. It's all his ideas. So they're allowing him to run with it, which is great because he's got a sense of who he is. And the music, it was chosen by him. That fits him. He felt like that was the best song that fits him at this current stage of his career. So if you don't like it, it's all Hook.
Rey Mysterio can't cut a promo to save his life, but his son can.
Yeah, I would say Hook. I would say Hook is. I mean, I'm not going to compare Hook and Rey Mysterio, but yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, we've seen a lot worse. Rey's not even that bad of a promo.
Nah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty, especially for someone his experience level.
Some guys just don't got it.
They just, you don't, I mean, again, the it factor is real, guys. Some things you just can't teach, some things you will just never get, but it doesn't mean you suck. I mean, Rey Mysterio will go down as one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live, and he can't cut a promo.
See, the thing is, if you don't think Hook's ideas are good or his vision is good, he's going to have no one there to tell him outside of his father that it's not working. And his father's probably going to be the first one to say, son, it's not working. Let's try something else. AEW doesn't have people there that are going to actively tell Hook it ain't working. They'll just take him off television.
Are you saying Hook has creative control?
You want to use those words? Sure. Yeah. Listen, I like Hook. I think Hook's great. I think Hook deserves to be built up as a future piece of the company in some way, shape, or form. Will they do that? I highly doubt it. I look at what they did with Danny Garcia. Wheeler Yuta's still on television. I mean, this company is fucking lost. You think they're going to handle Hook in the way you think that they should handle Hook? I don't think so. And it's sad. He's only there because his father is there. And I would rather them be together. I do think that, and this is just me speaking personally, if Hook wants any sort of career ascension, I think WWE was probably, NXT was probably the best place for him. But his influence there, his father's influence there is greater right now than any other place he's going to be able to work. So I'm glad that they're together because that's the greatest influence that the kid could have, is Taz being there.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis. Tony Schiavone's backstage with both of these guys. By the way, Tony Schiavone was pulled from commentary. It was so nice to not hear Tony Schiavone on this show. Probably the best thing about this show, being Bryan Danielson, is now in Tony Schiavone's spots. Jesse's unfortunately got to listen to him on Saturday night. It is so good to not hear Tony saying, "This is why AEW is so great." Every 5 minutes. Bro, nothing's great. Shut up already. We don't want to hear that. So he's backstage with Fletcher and Don Callis. Fletcher is doing this on his own. Don Callis respects that. He's got all the tools necessary to beat Adam Page. Fletcher says he's going to need Callis to trust him. He'll bring the AEW World title back to the Callis family. And Don Callis says he loves it. Now, we just got Ricochet saying that there's going to be a gentleman's agreement and no one's going to show up until the match is over. No one's out there during the match. No interference. You mean to tell me you want me to trust Kyle Fletcher now doing this with the AEW World Champion when his family is 9 deep? Do you genuinely believe there's going to be no interference, bro?
Well, like I said, we had the women saying everybody's banned from ringside, and then we got, the match we just got with Ricochet and all them, everyone banned from ringside. Now we got this match, everyone banned from ringside. Now it's a thing. Now we're gonna hear this all the goddamn time. First off, there's 2 minutes interference, so now we're gonna counter it by putting the stipulation in every other match. Everyone's banned from ringside, but then are they? I agree that there's too much interference in all of the goddamn matches, but we can remedy that by just stop having the interference. You don't have to have these stipulations of everyone's banned from ringside and then you don't honor it and then you just shit all over your whole gimmick. I mean, just stop having the random interference. It happens too much, especially in women's matches. Every last single fucking women's match ends in a big ass brawl.
Every WWE match is a fucking... There was 5 interferences on Monday.
Oh, wow. I didn't watch Monday. I was watching the Vikings beat the Bears.
Yes, I know. Tony Storm and Skye Blue. This is a Philadelphia street fight. Oh, man. This is some great creative here, bro. Oh, man. Anyway, Tony, she's got weapons. She's out with weapons because this is a Philadelphia street fight. Pulled a sign off the wall and smashed a beer can over her head like the Sandman used to do, and she spit the beer into the air. So she paid homage to the Sandman.
I like that. That's kind of cool.
That was probably the best part of the match.
Yeah.
So, Skye Blue rushed the ring with a candlestick of her own and weapons galore here. Tony Storm picked up a stop sign and she strummed the stop sign like she was playing guitar like New Jack used to do. So there's a lot of ECW throwbacks here. Skye Blue avoided Sweet Chic music. And we'll pick it up right before the commercial break. We got Tony Storm getting a staple gun and got revenge stapling Skye Blue in the crotch before hitting a hip attack on the floor. Now, this was after Skye Blue avoided Sweet Chic music and proceeded to staple the ass crack of Toni Storm as she hung in the ropes after missing Sweet Cheek Music. Taz yelled for her to get a beer, and we go into a commercial break. He might need to, watching this show. So both ladies brawled onto the barricade before both crotched one another at the same time, and they continue this match. Skye Blue decked Toni Storm with a fan sign that read, "Generational Heartthrob, Tony Schiavone." Sounds like a planted fan.
Yeah.
But it was actually a street sign. Storm battled back here, unveiled a giant table with mouse traps on it, and it read, "I smell a rat." Toni Storm offered cheese to all of the commentary team, as Danielson and Taz politely declined. Excalibur, though, is a lover of fine cheese. Storm slowly placed Skye Blue's finger into one of the mouse traps and tried to slam off the apron, but Skye Blue countered into a powerbomb onto the mousetrap-filled table, and it did not break. Danielson went on to describe that when the table doesn't break, it actually hurts the performers more when it doesn't break. This is why we love him. Thank you for the great call out there. It's kind of giving you a pro wrestler's piece of knowledge. We want cheese chants starting in Philadelphia. I'm sure the crowd also smells like fucking cheese because nobody's probably bathed in 3 days. So Storm got a chair, hit Skye Blue in the midsection with a DDT before getting an electric chair, or not electric chair, an electric fly swatter. She starts spanking Skye Blue with it. After setting up a trash can, both ladies fought on the ropes. Skye Blue slid out. Trap Storm hit a cheeky Nando's kick before powerbombing Toni onto the trash can for a 2 count. Storm avoided Code Blue onto a chair, and Skye Blue gets hit with the chair in the head, placed a sign she brought into the ring onto Blue's face, hit Sweet Cheek Music before delivering Storm Zero on the chair to win this match that, again, had a very predictable outcome. Toni Storm wins. Post-match, Julia and Tekla, Jesse. Tekla's out there.
Of course.
We love Tekla. She attacked Toni Storm until Chris Statlander ran to the ring. The numbers were too much here. She got beat down. Jamie Hayter sprinted out to even the odds. Statlander and Jamie Hayter were able to fight off Julia Hart and Tekla, chat. Tekla was part of this. Until Julia ducked the clothesline and Jamie Hayter mowed over Statlander. Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise. Hart planted Hayter with a leg sweep and fought outside, leaving Tekla alone with Toni Storm. She did her spider pose as Tekla planted Storm with a spear and stood tall holding the AEW Women's World title before doing the spider pose over Toni Storm's down body. Bro, I'll tell you who's not winning the AEW Women's Championship on September 20th.
Me?
Tekla.
No, well, I mean, of course. I had a better chance than she does.
This was an obligatory Philly hardcore match, bro, because they don't know what else to do. I know you love Toni, bro. Everybody loves Toni, but man, the luster and appeal of Toni Storm is, and I don't want to say it because I know there's some Toni Storm fanatics out there. It's dying down, bro. Nothing going on there.
I actually disagree. It is, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with her luster or her gimmick. It's just they're not giving her anything of interest.
No.
That's what it is. I mean, it's not like she's cringe in her whole gimmick, nothing like that. She's fine. She's perfectly fine in everything that she's doing. But she has no direction. All right. She is just floating and just doing random things. She doesn't get to come out and cut an individual promo on someone and do it her Toni Storm way, you know, have an actual one-on-one feud for the women's title right now. There's nothing going on. So she's just floating. And so with that, there's nothing of interest going on. So now she's just getting stale. But I don't think it's her getting stale. It's just her creative has gone to shit. And now it's getting boring just watching her just hang out as women's champion. It's no fun. Creative is failing her.
Yeah, I partially agree. I mean, I think the gimmick is kind of getting a little stale. I don't know what she can do to kind of reinvigorate it, but it is mostly the creative. If they gave her something as far as a fucking story like we got with Mariah May, that's where Toni thrives. And I want to say in regards to the Mariah May match, we got the Hollywood ending match at Revolution. You know, the more we see Toni in these matches, these fucking garbage indie hardcore matches, every time you do something like this, and AEW just kind of goes to that well once too many times. The more you do it, the last few matches that we see become just like everything else, man. They're not even special anymore. These types of matches don't mean anything because we see them all the time. Like we just got Toni and Mariah in February. And a lot of people said that was the greatest hardcore women's match in the history of the company. The more you put Toni in matches like this, bro, it actually takes away from what she did in February, in my honest opinion, because that was a match that should stand alone on its own. Meanwhile, you put her out there in a nothing match on a Wednesday night in Philadelphia in front of 900 people when the match itself means nothing, just to get across any interest whatsoever by somebody, for somebody to catch interest in this thing. Oh, look, there's blood. Oh, look, there's a chair. Oh, look, there's a mousetrap. Look at the plunder and look at the hardcore. The more they do it, bro, it doesn't mean a fucking thing. I don't like these matches happening all the time.
Yeah, I actually agree. I agree. It's fun when it's a specialty deal and for a good reason, but not as fun when it's just happening because tonight's Wednesday and we need a match on TV.
Yeah. So Toni wins. That's Fatal 4-Way is happening at the pay-per-view. It will be Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, Chris Statlander, and Tekla for the AEW Women's Championship. I do not think Toni's losing the title.
No. And she shouldn't.
No.
She shouldn't just randomly lose the title. When she loses the title, it should be in an embedded feud where she can put someone else over to have a great start to be the new women's champion. And this is not it.
Yes. Story over everything, Toni. Please, Tony Khan. You don't do Toni Storm that dirty, man. You don't take the title off of her for a nothing match and a nothing feud with no story behind it. Renee's backstage with Willow Nightingale, who said after months she wants to punch Marina Shafir in the face. Shafir. Harley Cameron came out playing guitar. She has cat makeup on her face, and she sang a song for Willow. Singing Statlander is a good person, and that didn't mean to harm Nightingale or cause disgrace, but if she joins their crew, Cameron will draw a cat on her face. So the song made Nightingale and Renee laugh, as Nightingale said having a cat drawn on her face is appealing, but she's been down this road with Statlander before, and it doesn't end well for Harley to be careful. Nightingale leaves. Renee and Cameron slowly finish the song, and Renee sang that Cameron's best song yet so far. Harley with a guitar is very talented, I will say.
She is.
Very talented lady.
She really is. I actually enjoy her in these segments and stuff like that. It's just after that match with Mercedes, man, I can't take her seriously in the ring anymore.
No, I don't think the company does either. Otherwise, she'd be a lot better off than what she's doing now.
Yeah.
We got another tournament, chat. Another tournament taking place, bro. Oh, man, we got the AEW Unified Championship in a tournament.
Yes.
This is leading to a three-way at All Out. This will begin Saturday on Collision. Kazuchika Okada, who may be under the best schedule and contract in AEW history, bro. The guy does nothing. Okada versus Michael Oku will happen on Saturday.
What?
Who?
Who?
Oku. Michael Oku. The guy that landed on his head during the pre-show, Forbidden Door. Remember that? No? Okay.
No, not really, no.
Konosuke Takeshita versus... Who books these matches, man? What the... We got Okada versus Michael Oku and Kazuchika Okada versus Anthony Bowens. Really? Can you at least fucking tease me a little bit, bro? Holy, you're basically giving away the winners here. Why do we need a tournament? Just book the fucking match. And the Beast, bro, listen to this. The only match that I don't know the outcome, maybe we know the outcome to, I won't even say it's unpredictable. Beast Mortos versus Mascara Dorada.
Bro, Beast Mortos.
That's right, man. I forgot who he's linked up to now, man. So 3 predictable matches, bro. Why didn't they just book the fucking match?
Although, we haven't seen the Beast as of late.
No.
Huh.
No.
Wonder what's going on there.
He's got that creative control via Mercedes contract, so he was inclined to use it for All Out. And the main event, man, another fucking multi-person match, bro. Every single week in the main event is a multi-person tag team match, all-star match. Tonight's an all-star 10-man tag with $500,000 on the line. And that's it.
I feel like this is partially my fault because I said that on Collision that I was tired of these 8-person tag matches. They're getting kind of crazy. So Tony said, okay, how about 10?
Bro, he's doing it on purpose at this point, bro. Yeah. He's doing it on purpose. The Young Bucks came out. The old Dynamite theme played on their way to the ring.
Yeah.
Man, those are the good old days, huh? That brought back some feeling right there, man. The good old days.
Yeah, it did.
So their ID pictures were on the big screen, and their names in full, their real legal names: Matthew Ronjon Massey, or Massey, and Nicholas Lee Massey. You think that's pretty safe to be throwing their legal names up there, bro?
Everybody knows their damn names, and if you don't, the internet exists. Come on, man.
Danielson discovering Matt's middle name was pretty funny, so he called that out. We'll pick it up at the end. I'm not going over this. This is as fucking mindless as anything that they've done all year. I mean, it's fucking garbage. We'll pick it up at the end here. Obviously, Claudio's in there. He tried to get the giant swing on Brody. Young Bucks start a super kick party, which was ended by Bandito, who hit a big knee on Nick. Matt saved his brother from a 21 plex, which is Bandito's finish. Bandito sent Nick to the floor, tried for a monkey flip on Matt, but Matt planted Bandito, got a jackknife pin, and Nick held his brother's feet as they stole the pin over the tag team champions. Gee, I wonder where that's going. Post-match, Bucks ran and grabbed the bag full of money. They were chased and beaten to the back by Brody and Bandito. So there's your all-out match for the tag team titles. Shibata and Joe were beaten on the floor by the Death Riders as Hobbs was well in the ring with Moxley, but Darby sprinted out, sending Moxley flying with a shotgun dropkick. Allen started talking trash to Moxley as he was backing him into a corner, and someone rushed in from behind into the ring and blindsided Darby wearing a black hoodie. It was revealed to be Daniel Garcia. Oh, man! There was chants in the ECW arena of 900 large chanting, you sold out to Danny Garcia. Danielson was baffled. Marina Shafir brought in a chair. Garcia did a curb stomp, and he completely missed the first curb stomp on Darby Allin, only to redo the spot. Ordered him to do it again, did Moxley, which he did and got it on the second try. Garcia beating the shit out of Darby Allin to the point of Marina having to pull him back as Moxley, and Marina left through the crowd and left Darby lying in the middle of the ring. What a cliffhanger, bro. Danny Garcia, man, ending at Dynamite, bro. I'm not surprised that the ratings last week were 472,000, resulting in the worst Dynamite rating in the history of the show. Now we know why.
I don't watch ratings, bro.
Any thoughts on this tremendous cliffhanger, man, ending this exhilarating Death Riders angle?
I don't like it's fucking.
Guys got nothing to say, bro. You got nothing to say, man. You got nothing to say because it's garbage, bro. Let's be honest.
I don't like dunking on them because they're just, I mean, it's in such a bad spot.
How many times has he failed? How many times have they failed pushing him, bro? Why do they expect us to care now? What's going to be so different about this one compared to the other 4 times?
I mean, look, let's start with the 47-man tag match at the end of the show. This is not compelling television. This is not enough to make me want to tune in next week to see more. And you could have gotten through this Daniel Garcia storyline a lot easier and a lot better than these money matches. I'm looking at my Twitter timeline. I'm seeing they scheduled another money match for Collision. This is not it. This is not it. All right. I understand they were already teasing Daniel Garcia and everything like that. And, you know, the big turn was going to come at some point. You just didn't, bro, this wasn't enough. We see that he was being courted. I mean, and it already looked like he was going to join. I would have had Daniel Garcia flat out tell him no and to fuck off and to get away from me and make it pretty apparent that he's not joining. Then waited until the pay-per-view to have him come out and then actually do the turn. And then when he did, at least have him look like he's actually enjoying it. and he's actually embracing it. Now he just looks like a goddamn refugee and a hostage, and he can't get out of there, and he's unhappy there, and he's only been there for 15 minutes. It was not very exciting, and it's been telegraphed for the last few weeks, and it still managed to fall flat somehow. I don't understand. They just don't know how to do storytelling, how to do a reveal. Eddie Kingston's coming back to face Big Bill. How do we know? Because Big Bill told us in a backstage promo during Collision. Eddie Kingston's been out for a long goddamn time, man. They could have made his return a little bit more eventful than Big Bill mentioning his name backstage in a promo. It's just not exciting. It's just not compelling. And you could have done the stories that you are doing, but just made them more compelling. Look, man, hire some professional storytellers, professional TV writers. Have some professional television writers partner up with some real wrestlers like Bryan Danielson and have them put together compelling television. It's a simple equation, because what you're giving us is just flat. There's nothing wrong with the story you're telling and giving us with Daniel Garcia. I mean, is he the most interesting gimmick on the show? No, but you can still make the story that you're giving us more interesting, and you're just serving up flat, and it's just not fun. It's just not interesting the way you're telling this story.
Shout out to Brandon the Heel. I did, now that you mention it, bro. I mean, I apologize for not, there's just so much that happens in SummerSlam weekend, man. My brain is fucking completely mush. I did meet you SummerSlam weekend at the Americana Mall. He actually tweeted me. I was the one in FTR's face, and we met SummerSlam weekend, actually. That's fucking awesome, man. You got to tell me what you said, bro. What was he yelling at you? It's fucking crazy.
Was he in the chat?
No, he tweeted me on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to add anything because Jesse summed that up perfectly. This show sucks. I genuinely mean that. It is like watching a dying animal, bro. And I feel bad because there's nothing I can do to save it but give you guys the upfront, and Jesse give you the upfront honesty about what the fuck's really going on here. It's like watching a dying show right before our very eyes, man. It's so bleak. Like, I don't know why or how anybody believes Tony with his fucking myriad of scheduled tweets that go out. Everything's great. This was my favorite episode of Collision in forever or in ever in the history of the show. Like, bro, shut up. Like, seriously, just stay off social media, man. Nobody wants to hear that fucking nonsense. Nothing is great. The shows aren't great. Nothing is the best ever. If it was the best ever, you'd have more than fucking 900 people for your A show on a Wednesday night, bro. You can't even fill 1,500 in a weekly setting on Dynamite. Give me a break. It's very bad right now, and the stories are just not there. They try to tell stories, but they like Jesse said, they don't have anybody that is of the right mindset to tell these stories, to flesh them out the way that they need. We need a beginning, middle, and an end. And AEW seemingly just they just bypass everything. They don't do anything. They don't give you anything. A good storyteller starts at the end, gives you what the ending is theoretically first, and then he works backwards. That's what Paul Heyman does. Hire someone like Paul Heyman to get that across on your television show. Anyway. Yeah, what were you going to say?
It's just bad.
Yeah.
You know, they need to think about it like as a television show. When you watch your favorite series on cable, you know, Sopranos, Breaking Bad, you know, Shield, all that shit, they write the entire season. The whole season's been written and filmed and recorded and everything else. And they chop it up into the segments that we're going to get, and they give it to us in a weekly segment up until the end. They don't write the first 2 weeks and then figure out week 3, you know, when week 2 ends. And no, you need to know exactly what this story is going to be. You know how it's going to start, and you know what the ending is going to be, and you have the filler. Write it all. And then chop it up. We're gonna get this in week 1, this in week 2. This is gonna be an 8-week story, and we're gonna separate it into 8 fucking weeks. And there's gonna come to a crescendo, and then here's the payoff at the end. You can tell that they're booking this shit from week to week. You can tell that they have no idea what they're doing. And I can point out examples. The Hook situation is one example. You had him come out like he was mad at his crew, then he went away for a couple of more months. Then he came back and he's indecisive. He doesn't know if he's mad at them or not. He doesn't know if he wants to be friends with them or be single. He doesn't know what he want to do. You can't tell me that you sat and wrote this whole story arc for Hook and it involved him being indecisive and not knowing what to do. You have to write the whole story. Pick your feud, write the whole story, and then chop it up into the number of weeks that you want this story to go. You got a pay-per-view in 5 weeks. This story should be chopped up into 5 fucking segments. Simple.
Someone tweeted me asking, can you please answer me why Okada is in a tournament for his own title? Oh my God, man. This show is fucking horrible, man. Oh my God. I don't know, man. Whoever asked me that question, I wish I had the answers for you, bro. I really do. Thank you guys for a great stream, man. We appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Get those super chats in. Let's hang out for a little bit, put on some good music, and get the show on the road here. We need another 80 likes for 1,000. So if you guys are in the chat and have not hit the thumbs up, if you enjoyed tonight's stream, if you took away anything from tonight, you loved our honesty, you didn't like our honesty, whatever, man, you were entertained for the 2 hours that we were live, please hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you guys go follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm also on Cameo, so make sure you guys go follow me there. Go follow Jesse on X at ChyTownSmark and on YouTube. Go hit that subscribe button over there on his channel. Weekly live reactions to all the weekly television shows, including the pay-per-views and PLEs. And tonight's show sponsored by BetterHelp. Make sure you guys get your first month free, courtesy of the podcast. BetterHelp.com/scripts.
All right, hold on. Give me 20 seconds here.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk.
Horrible.
I think this is the absolute most disgusting thing I've seen in a very long time, man. I don't know what's wrong with people today. I don't know what's wrong with this fucking society. But if we can't learn to accept the fact that we have differing opinions and just move on from it, then we're never gonna fucking make it as a society and as a community.
No.
I didn't agree with any fucking thing this man said. And I watched YouTube videos of him talking to college kids and just having discussions. But that's what I actually did respect about the guy. The guy sat down and he had respectable discussions where he listened and he gave valid opinions that he had and reasons and backed them up. He didn't walk around and just preach hatred and violence. The guy had a goddamn family. He had kids. He had a wife. And he just had political views that differed from some. That man did not deserve to die like that in a public fucking execution. I think that is one of the most disgusting things I've seen since the Kennedy assassination. It is fucking terrible.
Can you believe that, bro? A man who, and I'm not really all that familiar with who he is and what he started. Seen clips of him online, and I know what he did. And from what I gather, from the very little that I know, because I won't dive into this because I don't really know what led to this and what he said previously, the things that he said and hasn't said. He spoke in a way where he firmly believed what he was saying, and that was his opinion.
Yes.
He believed what he was saying, and he had other people believing what he said and supporting what he said. There are people out there that did not agree with what he said at all. But the thing that I noticed is that he always gave all of those people who had the opposing viewpoint a chance to speak.
Yes.
He gave them, no matter where he was, he gave them a microphone to combat him in a professional and human way. Discussion. Why do you feel this way? Why is your opinion on this the way that you think it is? And then he gave his viewpoint, and he always let people speak from what they thought and what they wanted to convey to him. And this man was fucking executed in front of his 2 children and his wife and 8,000 people or whatever, how many people were there at that college campus in Utah because someone didn't agree with what he said politically? This is what it boils down to. And then the people, you know, and all over my timeline, I had to see this fucking clip of this poor guy getting shot. It was fucking ridiculous. And then you got people on TikTok and Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter literally celebrating this man's death. For what? Because you didn't agree with what he said?
The pieces of shit, bro. The pieces
How
of
do you
shit.
think his wife feels tonight, fucking knowing that her husband went to go do this thing at 31 years old and he's not coming home tonight? You fucking ghoul.
Fucking pieces of shit. I look, everybody here that fucking knows anything about me, they know I don't care for Trump or the way that he does things. I have respect for this man that got killed today because to me, he just comes off as just a Republican, which is fine, which is absolutely fucking fine. I feel like MAGA and Republicans are separate. And this guy was just a Republican that had traditional Republican values. And there is nothing fucking wrong with that. And they fucking killed this man for no good goddamn reason.
For no reason. And you know, he was wearing a bulletproof vest too. He was wearing a vest underneath his t-shirt tonight.
I did not know that.
He had a vest on. I seen it from different angles. He had a vest on. It looked like, from what I saw, the bullet ricocheted off his chest, and it got the shrapnel of the bullet got him in the throat, and then goodbye. There was no way, just by that video, there was no way he was surviving that.
Bro, I did not know that, which now leads me to have concerns about his security detail, because if you were worried enough to put a vest on him, then why didn't you secure the fucking perimeter?
I don't know.
If that was the president there wouldn't have been room for anybody to be on that rooftop. Now, would there have been?
No.
So,
No.
I mean, I just thought they had no concern to think there was an actual physical threat like that. But if you put him in a vest, then you knew that it could be a possibility. So why weren't the windows and the rooftop secure then?
I don't know. People, I don't know, man. That opens up a whole new can of worms, bro. I mean, why was the security detail so laxed? What were the people looking for? What did they find? How come they didn't see this guy laying on the fucking rooftop?
It's fucking sad though, man. And I just want to make this shit clear right now. It doesn't take all of this, man.
No, and anybody celebrating his death, by the way, I don't want to cut you off. Anybody celebrating his death and happy that he's dead, I'm getting you out of here. I don't want to see none of that in my comment section afterwards, or people in the chat. Get them the fuck out.
No, it's not that important, guys. It's just not that important, and it does not matter. And also, I'm also tired of the finger pointing. Oh, this is just the radical left, bro. There are radical idiots all around the fucking world. All right, he was not killed by Democrats. First off, we don't even know who fucking killed him yet.
Well, it was one shot, bro. It wasn't a regular civilian. It was somebody military trained that fucking got one shot, one kill, bro. It's basically what it was.
We don't even know who fucking did it yet, but it wasn't. He was not killed by the Dems. He was not killed by the liberals. He was killed by a fucking psychopath that had no respect for someone else's opinion. And I hope he burns in fucking hell. That's all I got to say about that bullshit.
I don't know, man. I don't know why anybody would be what evil are you to be celebrating another man's death now that a wife is without a husband and those 2 beautiful children have no fucking father and don't even realize that their dad is not even home? Where did he go? One of the kids is so fucking young, he won't even know until he's of age to realize what happened to his dad.
His wife posted on Twitter already, man, and it almost brings you to tears, man.
Fucking ridiculous, man. How do you celebrate that? Because you don't believe in what he preached and what he discussed politically? That's what you take. That's what you take as the ultimate in this lifetime. I don't agree with this guy politically. He deserves to be fucking assassinated in front of his wife and kids.
He was a reasonable man. I've seen him have discussions where some kids countered some of his points, made good points, and the man said, "Hey, you know what? A good point."
Bro, this was a man of God. This is a man that was in his faith. He was in his church. He believed in the Holy Father openly, and he preached it. Out of all the things that you pick apart, you don't believe him politically. This man was one with God, and you still celebrate his fucking death the way that he died. What is wrong with you? This mixed with the fucking Iranian, or not the Ukrainian girl on the fucking train in Charlotte, which that fucking piece of shit deserves the death penalty. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. Send him to the gallows and blow his fucking head off. Seriously. And we're not done this week. They come in threes. Who's next? That's what I'm thinking. Who's next? You got this guy today. You got the girl on the subway in Charlotte. Who's next? I find it very coincidental, bro. Tomorrow's 9/11, man. This guy, who was such a huge political figure to some people, dying right before 9/11? What does that signal off for the American dream here, bro? You know? On a day that it lives in infamy forever, 9/11.
This is the fucking country that I'm leaving to my kids, man. I'm embarrassed.
It is. Who wants to bring children into this world? Really?
I'm fucking embarrassed, man.
What a terrible situation, man. Anybody you see, anybody, mods, Hooligrim, anybody in the chat, if you see anybody talking negatively about this, celebrating it, get them out. I don't even want to know who they are, man. Send them to the gallows. Thank you, guys, man. Let's get to okay, yeah, Jesse. What do you want to say?
No. We're done. We're done. Thanks. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off track.
No. I mean, people were mentioning it all night, so I'm sure it's we're not the only show that mentioned it. Yeah. Let's get to these super chats and get out of here, man. I want to start with, if YouTube lets me, I'm telling you, man, YouTube is fucked up. I don't understand it. I can't even read my own fucking super chats. Johnny Boy Vaccaro, 8 months. And then he drops to 20. AEW is getting rid of the LED ringside due to hurting talent requests. The Australian 20x20 ring might prove different. LOL. Yeah, I didn't know that. They're getting rid of the LED boards on the ringside. I didn't know that.
They have LED boards on the ringside?
Yeah, they got they try to go all modern like WWE. I honestly like the simpler approach better. I like the regular old school steel barricades. I just like that the way it looks. AEW doesn't need all that fancy schmancy shit. They don't. Johnny Boy Vaccaro with a 20. Sorry pitch. Britt Baker shows up and gives an AJ Styles, someone in the back got it in for me promo, and Wardlow was taken out with an injury angle by Prince Nana practicing voodoo. AEW could sell Wardlow voodoo dolls. No on the Wardlow thing, but I mean, that would be great for Britt Baker. I mean, she's a great promo, so that would actually work for her. Hooligrim says the third was the school shooting. Did someone die in that school shooting in Colorado? I didn't hear anything about. I mean, the Charlie Kirk situation just completely swamped all the major news. Michael Krause with the 2. JD, Jesse, OTS, how's everyone today? Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Olivia with a 5 and a 2. OTS is live in Bulgaria. JD, I recall you saying Jack Perry will never be in WWE. I actually see him jumping over at some point. Punk working with him as well. No, I don't see that happening. If it happens, I mean, I'd be shocked, but I think Jack Perry, there's nothing that he can do to come back and generate any interest. It's over. Just the shooter. The shooter died in the school shooting. Good.
And you know what?
Yeah.
The AEW women's division is in shambles. They had to bring back Emi Sakura and Riho to find competitors and shit like that. So that being said, if we still don't have Britt Baker back now, she's not coming back.
No, it's over.
It's over. She's not coming back. They need her now more than ever because it's so depleted. She's not coming back.
No. Olivia, much love to Jesse. Please rank Pac, Big E, and Eazy-E.
I don't know if she's talking wrestling or rap, like Tupac or Pac or Big E or Biggie.
Or Eric Bischoff, Eazy-E.
Eric Bischoff.
I think it's rappers. I think it's Tupac, Biggie, and Eazy-E.
Eazy-E couldn't rap for shit. He's last. Pac and Biggie is very subjective.
I'll probably
and
go Tupac.
I don't think there's a correct answer at all. I don't know. If I had to look, man, straight up bars, I'm gonna go with Biggie, a fucking New York rapper from the street. I'll go Biggie. Pac has that fucking aura. I think Pac made better songs. All right, I think Pac made better songs, but I think Biggie had better lyrics, if that makes any sense.
There you go. Michelle with it too. Mox won't let Darby get his heat back. AEW is shit. Darby will get his win at All Out. Jay with 37 months. Shout out to Brandon the Heel. He went toe-to-toe with Dax Softwood in the aisleway. Let's give him praise. Yes, I just heard from him on Twitter, so shout out to Brandon the Heel. Hollywood Eric with 29 months. Happy 29 months in the venue. Sorry I've been away, JD. I'm back to watch the best tag team in the IWC. Glad I'm back. Missed you, JD. Keep up the great work. Hollywood Eric, thanks for being here, brother. And we will always welcome you here in the venue. Baby Shaq with 40 months. AEW's really destroying themselves really hard. What is going on with them? Like Jesse said, Baby Shaq, they need creative writers. That right now they do not have.
Yeah, bad. Really bad.
Elijah Bonham with a 5. Ryback mentioned Charlie Kirk today. I'm sure everybody did. Captain Solo with a 2. AEW Dynamite is on life support. Certainly feels that way. Ryan Sully with a $50 super chat coming to us from Canada. This show sucks. Keep up the great work, JD, as always. And Jesse, OTS for life. Thank you, brother. Jay Barker with a 5. This show is so bad they have to ride on Tony Storm getting stapled in the ass and vagina. Yeah. Typical indie mud show garbage. I'm sure Cornette is already writing his soliloquy on it. Nick Positano with 35 months. Last pay-per-view was first one since AEW started that I did not get. Won't be getting this one. Maybe if they start getting hit in the pockets, the show will get better. Bro, I urge you all not to buy All Out because the show isn't even worth $40 or $50. I mean, it's just being pieced together very lazily. And I do agree. Hit them in the pockets because that's their biggest moneymaker, those pay-per-views. It's not coming together very good, and it's not interesting. NASCAR fan with 20 in Super Chat. Hey, JD. Hey, Jesse. Today's my 21st birthday. Instead of watching Dynamite, I went out with the family and friends to the bar to watch my Miami Marlins smash the Washington Nationals 8-3. Love the show. Thanks for all you do for us. Happy fucking birthday, brother.
Birthday.
Sounds like a good day. Adam JD 519 with a $5 super chat. Big fixes for AEW. Get Tony Khan out of creative. Get rid of Shivani and Excalibur off of commentary. Bro, those are two things of many. The first one being the most important. MGM Ballin for the $1.99. They gave out $1 per max viewer tonight.
What?
That is correct. For the 500,000, yeah. They gave $1 per max viewer tonight, yeah.
Oh.
But Max isn't getting 500,000, bro. They're probably getting 20 or 30,000, my prediction. Jay Everington with a 5. How many white t-shirts, plastic bags, and bottles of disinfectant can the Death Riders buy with $500,000? Bro, they probably own a Dollar General. Jay Barker, thank you, brother, for the $100 super chat earlier. Appreciate you. Glow J with 7 months. I didn't understand why Garcia beat up Darby. I have missed a few shows. So what was the story behind Darby and Garcia? This show gets worse by the minute. Well, Garcia wrestled Moxley the last 2 weeks. And apparently Moxley had whispered something in his ear that we are not privy to. And then all of a sudden he turned heel. That's basically what happened. What Moxley said to Danny Garcia, maybe we'll get a promo, maybe we won't. Probably not, because this is AEW. They want us to come up with his own promo. Triple M, $2 super chat. Ash and Iron is a joke. I don't know if I can play D2, man. Yeah, bro. I played the fuck out of the Nether, man. This is not good. Plus, the power cap for these portal activities, bro. They want me to do 70 under light to get a fucking drop. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. And I gotta maintain it. The most I could do is 30 under. That's it. That's the most I'll go. And it usually results in a B+. And I try my best to get an A, but it doesn't work out that way. You get a B, you put in B+, you get B+, and then you get maybe a drop to similar to what your light level is, or maybe 1 over. So I'm not growing in light at all. It's fucking awful. It's not fun. Kid Revos with a 5. Tyreek Hill got signed to the Dolphins and lie that Tao throws better, more accurate passes than Mahomes. Pay and they lie with a smile. Yeah?
Hey, see?
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Illuminati with a 5. As a Patriots fan, Tom Brady left because of Belichick. They were clashing ideals at that last year. And he also says there's been dark days as a Patriot fan ever since.
Yep.
Matt Fisher with a $5 super chat. Who, what, when, where, why? All questions Tony forgets when writing TV. Well, he doesn't write TV, bro. He just books it like Jesse said. He books it either the day of or literally a few days before the actual show takes place.
Yeah. It's not the way to do it, man.
No. My Corona with a $4.99. Think we'll see green shirt guy with a matching green Saudi head wrap at WrestleMania 43. Yes, that's the rumor. That a looming announcement for WrestleMania in Saudi 2027 is happening at some point within the next couple of weeks.
I don't know what all this surprise and fake outrage is about. You guys saw this shit coming.
You knew it was coming. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anybody's upset about it.
I mean, you knew it was coming, bro.
Yeah. Jonesy, what's up, brother? I see you. Sydney Johnson with a $1.99. At this point, I've lost faith in AEW. I think everybody has, Sydney.
Tonight? It took you this long?
Everybody lost faith. They had the lowest rating in the history of the show on Wednesday night last week. Joey Taylor with a $10 super chat. I've been watching WWE for 23 years. The Aurora of WrestleMania. Triple H dangles these free agents. Is not a thing anymore. 15, 20 years ago, yeah, but not today.
Guess how much they're going to charge per ticket for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia?
Bro, they won't even have to charge tickets for WrestleMania. They'll probably be paid $5 billion to just have the event there.
Oh, don't get me wrong. They're still going to charge per ticket. So they're going to get all that money up front from the fucking prince.
Yeah.
But they're going to charge accordingly. Oh, how much we want, how many people in the stadium. This is how much we would have got if we would have did it in the States. You know, they're just ciphering. You talk about people just going somewhere for the money. WWE and the goddamn Saudi government.
I wonder if this is what's going to be to get Rock out of retirement for that final match. You think so?
Yeah, 2 years from now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bro, he's getting up there. Now, ask WWE when this gets announced. Ask WWE why they're doing WrestleMania in Saudi, and let's see if they save it for the money.
We know why they're doing it, bro.
Oh no, but they have to say their truth, you know.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia deserves a WrestleMania. That's why we're bringing it here, pal.
Exactly.
The great people of Saudi Arabia. They've earned it.
They are doing it only for the money.
Meanwhile, the United Kingdom can't pony up the dough, bro.
Right.
They're leaving with $10 billion? Probably. Jay Barker with a 5. This Saturday in Collision, 500K, 5-on-5 Collision. Tay J, Jamie Hayter, Chris Stat, Harley Cameron versus Triangle of Madness, Megan Bain, and Penelope Ford.
They're just booking matches. They're just booking matches. That's it. Just book some matches. Call it a show.
Is that for real?
What somebody sent me.
Tony Brown with a $5 super chat. Well, tonight, it's Battle of the Ass Cheeks. Tony versus Skye. Also, this show was about as exciting as the dump I took tonight. Actually, the dump was more exciting. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that.
5-on-5, 500K.
Oh,
Hater.
my God.
Hater, TJ, Stat, Harley, Triangle, Megan, Ford. Yep. Oh, Timeless Tony Storm is also on commentary.
Bro, it's a joke. It's a joke at this point.
They're just booking matches. That's it. They're just booking random matches. That's it.
True Crime Unleashed with a $4.99. No message. Thank you, brother. Phil with a 45 months. All-Star tags week in, week out with imaginary money on the line. I want a 500K to watch this shit. Great stuff, TK. Not hyped for All Outs at all. OTS for life. Thank you, brother. Sidro with a 2. Dynamite equals Dynamite. Finish him. Whoopsie. Thank you, Sidro. True Crime Unleashed with a $4.99. Nick Khan stated in a recent interview that the best way to kill the competition is to counter-program it. Well, he's certainly trying. Mike Ville with a $1.99. I saw both Stryker and Symphony X this weekend. Bro, Stryker's coming to Brooklyn on September 25th. I may be there. I have to go see them play this song live. And Symphony X, I've seen Symphony X at least 7 times, bro. I want to see them this tour. They're playing the same stuff from the previous tour, and they have no new music out. And all I want is new music. And the album's already written. It's 10 years since their last album, man. They're not getting any younger. Illuminati with a $50 super chat. Respect to you, Jesse and JD, for mentioning the elephant in the room. Regardless of political belief, all he wanted was to create a forum of discussion for everyone to critically think. Rest in peace, Charlie, and condolences to his family.
That's fucking it. The guy had thoughts and opinions, and he didn't mind discussing them with people. What the fuck is wrong with that?
I don't know. Sally with a $1.99. Death Riders vs. Don Callis. 9 vs. 9 for $1 million. AEW should pair Hook and Ace Austin. Where's he been? He signed and he came in with this graphic and fanfare. And has he been on the show since?
He got a promo.
Oh, did he?
Promo package.
Okay.
After he lost.
MGM balling with a $1.99. I said max views because that's what Dave will say. Yeah. Dave's got fake numbers, bro. If Tony don't know the numbers, which I know he knows the numbers, Dave don't know the numbers. Mr. Premium with a $9.99. As I told you when we met, JD, I'm from Utah. I have a close friend who was there today at Utah Valley University. He was really shaken up. What's happening to our country? ? Prayers. I remember you told me, bro, we were with Mr. Baydala going to see The Undertaker, coming out of The Undertaker show, actually. I talked with you after the show was over, man. Yeah. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's happening to our country, bro. It's fucking sad. It really is. It's literally getting worse and worse as the weeks go on. Matt Fisher with a $5 super chat. Tony took a dump, but it still wasn't as bad as this show. And Mike Corona with a $1.99. WrestleMania 43 should be at the 2300 arena. Bro, WrestleMania will never see the light of day in a regular stadium ever again, man. It's football stadiums or bust for them. That's it. We are well beyond that.
How long before, and hear me out, how long before WWE builds their own stadium, their own dome, and they can host major shows there, WrestleMania, SummerSlams, but then they can also lease that shit out to big concert events and everything like that? How long before WWE just owns their own huge fucking facility?
I don't think that ever happens. That's too much work.
You don't think so?
Nah. It's a nice idea to think about, but it would save them a lot of money.
It really would.
Anyway, guys, we're about to get out of here. Thank you for a great stream, man. Great discussion tonight. You guys make it possible every Wednesday. You show up, and we deliver the goods every single Wednesday. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. 1,000 likes, man. We need 17 likes for 1,000. Can we do it? Please. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. I'll be back with more content tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be something going on, this WrestleMania nonsense. We might talk about that tomorrow. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for a great stream. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Dynamite and how awful it was. I always love reading the comments, especially from the sickos who don't listen to the show, but blatantly hate on what we do. Meanwhile, you didn't listen to a fucking word we said, so I appreciate your comments, too. Go check out the content on the channel. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206. Go follow Jesse as well on Twitter and YouTube. Everything you need for him is linked down below. And I will see you back live on Friday Night SmackDown right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.